Hatter's going to hat. How you doing? Uh-oh. Okay, we're good. We're good. I was scared for a second. How you doing, PSI? So, I guess you're the first... Oh, Jesus. Cool. So, I know I've been talking about it for a while, but I finally actually cleaned my controller and stuff like that. I soaked the rubber pieces in water, and I used rubbing alcohol on the PCB board, so hopefully it's good. The only issue is that I broke my not my D-pad, but the other one, the buttons here. You can't see that at all, but one of the little buttons has like the thing popping out. So I have to use like one of these unideal rubbers for the right side. The D-pad's much more important to have working correctly. But yeah, that's the situation. These buttons aren't necessarily bad. They're a lot more rough though. So we got to get used to it. That's how my weekend's been. Hope you've been doing well, PSI. I'm hoping this controller stuff is like baller, you know? Because I put a lot of effort into actually cleaning it. Maybe too much effort. Maybe that's why it controller got broked. Also, one day I'll actually start stream early. I know I've been pretty shitty about that. My bad. This is actually something I have to relearn. So let's pretend every single time. Like, we'll just go immediately. Because I want that. Okay, I know what to do. Okay. We're good. I remember this now. Picante, my dude. How you doing, Serena? Oops. Oh my god. Thank you so much, Serena, for the 13 months. I do really appreciate it. Lucky 13? Yeah, sure. Let's go with that. Almost. Would it work better starting at 6 just since it seems more doable than 5? I like 5:30. I really do. It's more... Yeah. 5 is bad, but 5:30 should be fine. I don't know. Like, the meetings that I were having were especially bad. Like, that normally wouldn't be like that. Yo, how you doing, Darth? Did I already say that? I think I did, but whatever. Get that double hello. Yo, how you doing, Master Zick? No, I didn't. Interesting. We're doing some experimentation here. Oh, I should probably actually set the practice timer, right? I don't get why that sometimes works. Watching some dude dying in SMW? Is that me? Huh? We're experimenting, okay? It's not dying. We're in the lab. No, I don't want that. Because you'd obviously be better, I see. I see how it is. There we go, that's what I wanted. Okay, I'm trying to practice this specific trick. And the game's not letting me. Okay, well, whatever. Alright, we got it there. That works out. I guess. 2 days ago, you got a SMB1 All-Stars any % goal, and then after that, you took a break and did SMB1 All-Stars Warpless instead of goal for it. It was 20 minutes, and you got it today? Did you actually get a... Yeah, I'm a little concerned here. What? I'm trying to think of what even could do that. You got it. You did a lot of practice. I mean, a 20 that's better than my time, and that took me like 100 hours. Darth, are you on the leaderboard? A 20-minute time in SMB1 Warpless is equivalent of a 1910 on NES, which is like a really good time. You just do runs for fun? Well, I hate to do it, but I'm gonna have to call the no vid, no did. Yeah, no vid, no did in this situation. I'm not saying it's impossible. But 20 minutes is like extremely good, especially for someone who doesn't record video. So I'd like to see that. You did SMB1 in nearly 2 hours with save states and a lot of deaths earlier? Well, SMB1 is actually a legitimately hard game to beat. Save states are, like, if you're a casual gamer. I personally wouldn't want to play the game with save states, but I understand, especially World 8. World 8's kind of a bitch. You know some people who didn't record it in 1956? Who are those people? You didn't record your Mario? I'm not saying you didn't do this, Darth, but if you're going to make those claims, it doesn't matter if it's you, it doesn't matter if it was GTA or Cosmic. I'd be like, hey, try to record next time. Tough luck. It's not that I don't believe you, it's that I can't believe you, if that makes sense. You tried to do it no save states, but finally reaching 8-2 like the third time without getting the hammer rose, you decided to do save states? Yeah. Because 8-1's already a hard level casually. What even is 8-2? Because 8-3 is the one with the hammer bros. Yeah, honestly weird that it happened mid-run. I mean, if it happens again, I'll ask, Dots, because Dots is the one who actually built this. Sorry, Freeze. Freeze is his name. Yo, how you doing, Magnus? I'm doing pretty well. How about yourself? A2 is the cloud thing at the beginning. So it is. Oh, the Lakitu. Oh, yeah, that level. 8-2 is super hard casually. And then 8-3 is just like, it's not even that it's difficult, it's that it's way bullshit. Just hammer rows after hammer rows. If you don't have power up in that level. You're pretty much asking to die. I fear that level even as a speedrunner. We're not going to do a ton of practice. I do want to do endgame. You've done A3 multiple times without power up? Same, but it still sucks. Good luck with the Derust? I probably should change my title, right? Also, you did use the strat to start from the current world. Hold A plus start. Yeah, I never knew about that as a kid. Kids these days, you know? You realize some dude came by and told you about it? Yo. Shout out to that one dude. Alright, let's go pretty low here. Lol. What? Darth? I'm really confused. Yeah, 8-3 is the hardest, but I would classify 8-3 as more bullshit than hard. Bullshit hard is a thing. But I guess I'm wondering, Darth, that came out of nowhere. Did I say something that made you respond with that? If an 8-year-old gets a girlfriend before you do, you'll lose it. I hate to break it to you, but I was married 3 times before 2nd grade, so... What did I say that made you say that? I'm actually curious, Darth. Because I didn't mention anyone's age, boyfriends, girlfriends. Kids nowadays. Alright, I'm not sure if I follow, but I guess that's on me. We gotta practice this room. Jesus. You probably shouldn't mention that to people under the age of 18. He probably doesn't know, Parzival. No, I know you know what it is, but I'm saying he probably doesn't know. Okay, he did. Awkward. Alright, I'll... It was that PSI didn't know, not you. I'm for mature audiences, but if every single streamer that was for mature audiences banned every single person that's under the age of 18 watching their channel, I feel like it's more trouble than it's worth. Parsiva, being one of the knights in the round table of the King's Table and the Tales of King Arthur. Jesus. Words are hard. Is that what Parzival is based after in Ready Player One? That's what it's from, right? It's like unofficially. Well, I mean, like, I'm not. I knew you got it from Ready Player One, but I'm curious if, like, who wrote Ready Player One? I don't even know, but I'm curious if they chose that from King Arthur. Speaking of, like, that type of movie, I saw Princess Bride for the first time yesterday. Yo, thanks for the good luck, Smith. I appreciate it. Some dude named Ernest Klein, bro, Princess Bride is an awesome movie. I'm glad I saw it for the cultural, the cultural references. I get a lot more now. But I'm gonna go with an unpopular opinion here. I know that this is a hard thing to say on the internet, but I personally wasn't a massive fan. I feel like it was just a little too corny. But I like to give those movies a... Okay, I'm gonna say it's okay. I'm not gonna say it's a bad movie or anything. Darth, I asked you so many times. Let's not... Okay, I would rate the movie a 7 out of 10, which is more than okay, but given how people say it's classic, like, that's probably lower than what most people would rate it. I think the issue is that it's just a dated movie. Like, there are certain movies, certain tropes in movies that probably get a pass because of when they're written, and it gets a pass on a lot of those, but it's just a very cheesy movie. The plot progression was a little clunky. But I enjoyed it, at least. I was entertained, right? You wouldn't go so far to call it a classic, but it's still good. I mean, so, I'm not the one calling it a classic. I've heard it referred to as a classic, like, 100+ times. I would go as far as to say I understand why people are calling it a classic. I'm probably not going to watch it again, though. You forgot the name of the character. I mean, I know there's Inigo Montoya or whatever. And there's the Captain Red Beard guy takes no prisoners. You think you think it's a classic? I mean, like I don't think the world disagrees with you. And it's fine, Zick. You've not offended anyone yet. I mainly wanted to see it because of Andre the Giant. And Andre the Giant was Andre the Giant in it. That's... Oh, yeah, that guy. His name began with like a Z or a V. I forget what exactly. Also, spoilers. Spoilers for this... How many... 33-year-old movie? I don't know, I feel like I'm the only one who hadn't seen Princess Bride yet, so it's okay. You got here a few minutes ago. Is this a Princess Bride discussion? Yeah, I saw it yesterday for the first time. Vizzini, okay. I was close on a Z. He voices Rex in Toy Story? That makes a lot of sense. Now that you say that, it sounds exactly like Rex. Vizzini, okay. You haven't heard of Princess Bride? It's, I would say classic family movie in the US. Family/fantasy movie. That's not sarcastic enough? Oh, you have heard of it. I see. I don't want this. You saw it a couple months ago? I mean, everyone's a movie buff now, right? Like, ever since quarantine, we've run out of things to do. So, we've all seen like 85 movies in quarantine, right? I can't be the only one. It's not sarcastic as in you've never heard of it. Okay, I thought... I'm confusing myself here, I guess. You saw parts of it 20 years ago, honestly couldn't give a recap. I would say it's worth seeing at least once. Because now I realize a lot of people were referencing Princess Bride. That went completely over my head. You just keep watching your DVDs. I keep buying new 4K DVDs. Because the picture looks better on disc, okay? You only watched it because your dad's physical affairs is begging him to watch it? So you just watched it with him? That's fair. Like, I'm not sure how many people would just, like... Like, we watched it on recommendation of people, like, 50 plus. I have heard a lot of people my age say, oh, you gotta watch it, but I'm not sure how many people are motivated to watch a movie from the 80s. I retract that. I know a lot of people my age, though, that are, like, really turned off by older movies. Laserdisc is the go-to format. You finally seen my race in GDQ? Yo, nice, Vincent. You haven't watched many because you've been doing YouTube/Twitch. You were watching more in theaters, but then COVID happened? That's fair. You're actually liking some movies before the 90s? 80s are the golden years for movies, in your opinion? I think, like, late 80s, early 90s. So, like, I've mentioned Bill and Ted a lot. That's, like, what, 89? I mean, Back to the Future is like a perfect movie, right? And that's early 80s. Hey, Picante in chat. Groundhog Day, that's like 90s, right? In the grand scheme of things, You haven't watched any movies? You still need to see Back to the Future? I recommend it. Zemeckis has a good catalog. That's the director. I think they're like releasing like a collection of Back to the Future movies on DVD. Gomer time, Gopher time. I mean, Parzival, to be fair, in the grand scheme of things, none of us, including like cinema experts, have seen that many movies. There's just too many movies. That's really what it is. There are just too many movies. To the point where if anyone is ever like, "What? You haven't seen X?" I'm not talking, there's probably a movie named X. You haven't seen that movie? It's like, yeah, there's too many movies. I do feel there isn't really like I understand it's hard to have a classic when the movie's like new, because you can have an instant classic, I guess, but like just iconic cinema, you don't really see many movies today and be like, oh, this is going to be remembered for 40 years. You think all 3 Back to the Future movies are on Netflix? That's pretty cool. You watch Back to the Future, but you don't see the appeal? Are you a big sci-fi guy? PSI? I mean, I guess it's sci-fi. There's like sci-fi that, like, when you think of it, it's like alien wars, and then like there's sci-fi as in just like cool technology. You have to see Ghostbusters too. Kids these days. No, honestly, I feel like the only reason I've seen all these classic movies is because cable TV used to be popular. What About Bob I remember I liked as a kid, but I don't really remember anything about it. Like, I remember, like, just being, like, 9, 10, and, like, flipping through channels, and, like, some movies like Back to the Future were on TV. Whereas, like, now, you don't, like, even people who are, like, 5 years younger than me had a significant period of time where they, like, grew up and didn't watch cable. They watched, like, stuff online instead. Had to finish physics assignment? That's fair. I've got to. It's so witty. Yeah, I remember, like, the plot of What About Bob. I remember there was a bomb of some sort. That was like that. Spoilers. Back when we watched the second half of a movie before watching the first half at a later showing? Or back when you only, like, you just didn't see the first half an hour of some movies. It's like, oh, I've seen most of that movie. And that's just because it hasn't gotten on the internet, or it hasn't gotten on the TV again. It's like, oh, I would love to see the beginning of the movie, but I can't really find this in a video rental store. My parents won't buy it. You like the music, what, in this game? I agree. Yeah, kids these days don't know the struggle of trying to rewatch Lord of the Rings on cable TV. Good old 6-hour experience. The castle and boss music and Bowser music, I see. I have never seen The Karate Kid, and I've been... If you are gonna be like, what, you haven't seen The Karate Kid? You wouldn't be the first in the stream. I remember Talon was appalled. You do sci-fis in Blade Runner, Sunshine, Ghost in the Shell, Ex Machina 2001. You don't really care for E.T. So, you like future sci-fi. You like futuristic sci-fi. You don't like alien sci-fi. Don't watch Karate Kid, watch Cobra Kai, at least season 1. I saw a trailer and it looked okay. Wasn't that like a website back in the early 2000s, like bumfighting.com or something? Now you just watch all 12 hours of extended edition Lord of the Rings. Speaking of 4K DVDs, I'm pissed because they delayed the... Time travel just really hit or miss for you? Okay, don't, I mean, you're not gonna really see it now, but don't see the Harry Potter play in New York. What's Cobra Kai? It's like the Karate Kid after the fact. Like, they made a what happened to the guy from Karate Kid, like, 30 years later on Netflix. It's an original show. I've heard okay things. Karate was the teenage version of Rocky. The only Rocky movie I saw was, like, the remake from 2005. Oh, really? Okay, I guess I was wrong, Master Zik. Time travel is weird. So, yeah, I mean, it's not really a spoiler, but, I saw the Harry Potter play, Harry Potter and the Cursed Child. Or Cursed Child? I don't know how it would be pronounced in the native tongue of Britannia. But anyway, it's like basically that it's the 8th book, essentially, but it's in play form of Harry Potter. It's like 5 hours long. 2.5 plays back to back. But it gets a lot of flack, especially for the plot, because the plot is heavily involved with time travel, and people like to poke holes. I personally really enjoyed it, but I feel like the bigger Harry Potter fan you are, the more you're gonna hate it. It's one of those things where it didn't appeal to the fandom, it appealed to the masses. And Pink and I would say we're both fans of Harry Potter, but I'm not like, I don't like post, like, oh, I'm Ravenclaw on, like, social media, you know? Yeah, Britannia with a Enya. Doesn't work with the comics. They use it to write themselves out of holes most of the time. Yeah, I don't like it as a pull this out of your ass device. Like, how can we survive this? It's, oh, just time travel, make it never happen or something like that. But time travel done right. Pink and I watched the series Dark. And for the amount of time travel in that show, the amount of paradoxes, they surprisingly, I mean, I'm sure if I went on, like, the internet and tried to find plot holes in Dark as a show, which is another Netflix original, but it's entirely in German, which is interesting. I was surprised how good it was. What, not Ravenclaw, unfollow? I'd be Gryffindor, like, every other, like, it's, like, so obvious, Gryffindor good, everything else bad. Britannia sounds like a Goya product. Oh, I'd eat it. Have you ever had, like, what's that, like, Goya makes that soda, right? I don't think I've ever had it. You'd probably be a... yeah, the show is entirely in German, it's called Dark. It deals with time travel, it's on Netflix. That shit's like carbonated. It's called Goya, right? The soda? It's just like Goya brand Goya. Then again, if there's time travels, then everyone could time travel, meaning that everyone could change time and thus would be no actual plot. I mean, generally, if you're talking superhero stuff, like, only the superhero could time travel. They have a lot of flavors. I think I had it once. Never heard of that? If you go in, like, the Spanish aisle in your grocery store. Actually, I'm not sure, like, I feel like Texas probably has larger Spanish sections, or Latin American sections of their grocery store, right? Just because of proximity. But if you go there, you could probably find it. I guess I do mean Malta. It has 2 to 3x sugar as Coke. On that test, you would probably Ravenclaw, and a real test Hufflepuff, to be honest. Yeah, like, I like that they have just a class for, like, dumb people who do like isn't Raven or Hufflepuff for like spacey people? Like I don't really get it. The alignment chart in the wizarding world is kind of fucked up. When you were a kid, you had a crush on Hermione. So did you and like 2 million other kids. I mean, if I'm getting soda in the like, what do they call that aisle? Just like the world aisle or whatever. Jesus, that's a lot of sugar. Isn't like Coke like already really high at like 50 something? But yeah, if I'm going, I'm getting like the tall glass bottles of Coke from the international aisle. The international aisle. It's terrible that the ethnic food aisle is a thing. Yeah, for like. Yeah, well, actually, what is your reasoning for thinking it's terrible? I mean, I guess like segregation of culture and maybe the name ethnic aisle, trying to skirt around the fact that like yeah, there's cultural differences. How good am I at this game? Able to do the no cape, no Yoshi, no balloon challenge of Tulier? Yes. Well, not the no cape. Jesus, not the no cape, no Yoshi, the no balloon. Both of those, I see. I mean, what's your solution to that? Because, I mean, like, they obviously have, like... They have full grocery stores for like... H-Mart actually has their own, like, full Spanish stores as well as, full Korean stores. Put salsa with all the other oh, okay. So basically just... Instead of saying, oh, this product appeals to a certain group of people, or certain, like, race of people more, or culture... Just put it where it would make sense in other aisles. I mean, I guess I'd be kind of down for that. That's not really something I've thought about. Put all the beans together. That would make it easier if you ever like try to get like there's like special like why are refried beans not with the beans, you know? Also lets people try different things close to what they already eat. Okay, I mean, like, I feel like this is one of the things that, like, it really has, like, for me, it has no impact, and it would probably help some people. Probably expand horizons. So with very minimal thought, I'm on board. Yo, how you doing, Ruby? I'm actually really sad, because I wasn't checking Discord. I would have totally multi-queued, Battlegrounds with you. Refried beans are with the beans there? For me, they're not. For me, they're in, like, the Spanish section. Which is kind of... It's not, like... It's not annoying in that I know they're there. But for someone who doesn't know they're there, I guess it's, like, slightly more... It's like, okay. I expected these to be with the beans. Do you think you should go to the same restaurant to get hot dogs and sushi? I mean, no. Like... Fried beans are with the beans of your grocery store. International section is things like Asian sauces and import goods to other countries. White people, so either you have to go to racist grocery... have to go to really racist grocery... Wait, what? Want me to ping you next time? It was a lot of fun. Maybe DM me. I'm definitely down. I guess this is a more nuanced discussion than I initially expected. I was just saying, gotta get that soda in the glass bottle with the real sugar. What is a rotel? Rotel? Yo, how you doing, Stonks? I'm not sure if I said hi. I will notice, like, as I grew up eating a decent amount. I was never kosher, but I grew up eating a decent amount of kosher food because of who I was around. So like, yeah, they have like kosher stuff in the international aisle. I I don't know. This is something I haven't really given much thought, and apparently this is a thing that people care way more deeply on than me, but I could see the benefits of having the situation as it is, but I could also see the benefits of mixing stuff up, you know? Back to time traveling, you'd do it? You'd time travel? That's pretty cool. You're gonna try to sleep, have fun, good luck, yo, thanks. I appreciate it. We're gonna probably get started on runs here relatively soon. You're gonna ask what that Yoshi would serve to do? Well, it does this. That's what you're supposed to do. I kept missing. But yeah, eating stuff is cool. You just like the imports? You always buy cookies from another country? I'm not sure if I cleaned my controller well. That was not me. Football fan? If so, which team? I am not a football fan. I'm sorry. Yeah, I'm actually just gonna get started now. Wasn't there like something ridiculous regarding like the Lions game or something? I saw Twitter being upset about it. Who cares about football? Like people kicking a ball for millions of dollars? Well, I think they're talking about American football right now. You mean basketball is better? I'm not a sports person. If we're gonna talk sports, we gotta talk baseball. Not baseball, baseball. Really good online game. American, yeah. I understand that most of the world calls football soccer, you know? Hand egg, not football. Yeah. Just entertainment is all. Yeah, I don't have anything, like, there are some people who are like, their identity is not liking sports. It's like, oh, I don't like sports ball. Like, if you hear someone say sports ball, I generally, like, it comes off to me as, like, I think I'm better than you because I don't watch sports. Not like, oh, I just don't like sports, you know? I just never really see the appeal. Or never really saw the appeal. Yo, how you doing, WPI? You thought there wasn't an accident on the Warp of Content? I don't think there is. I think WPI is just... He's having fun with accents. I don't really know what to say. You can get the moral right. You can get the moral high ground way more easily by saying I don't care, or I don't support career paths that generally lead to CTE. Well, I mean that's one specific sports, but I feel like the people who say like sports ball are just dismissive of sports overall. I mean there are probably other sports that have a like not CTE, just like a general injury as a career path, but like so is like being a garbage man. And I support garbage men. I mean they don't get CTE, but isn't garbage man like one of the more dangerous jobs? CTE it's like a brain injury. Best jobs get you RSIs, everything has some sort of risk of injury. Yeah, I guess. Not professional sleeper. Actually, no. If you sleep more than 10 hours a day, apparently you have higher risk of, like, heart problems. What's an RSI? RSI is, like, repetitive stress injury, like carpal tunnel, things like that. How am I doing this without Yoshi? You don't really get Yoshi until later in the game here. It's not that you're not smart, Parzival. It's just that you don't know these things, and now you do. Like, if you haven't had conversations, how are you expected to know? Yeah, so we cleaned our controller good yesterday. Let the buttons soak in water. Let them dry today. Hopefully that's good. You did buy a shirt that says sports on it to wear when you're invited to sports events. You got accused of being a snob. You didn't mean it that way. I could see why people think you're a snob, but at the same time, I also... Serena's cool. She's not snobby. As a garbage man, has a chance of damaging your body due to lifts and other body... Yeah, well... True, but, like, I only mention that because, like... It's not like there aren't a lot of other career paths that lead to... Like, you get injured in a lot of career paths. There's probably a rebuttal to that too, but I'm not, like, putting that much thought into my debate. Was that it could be worn to any sport? Well, it just reminds me of, like, the John Belushi college shirt. Not sure about that phrasing, Serena. Volleyball is pretty cool. Yeah, that's like, you see the high-level volleyball during the Olympics, and it is very impressive, but volleyball is just, like, not a, like, it's definitely a sport that people talk about. Like, volleyball players will talk about it like it's very, very important, but then you never actually see any televised matches. I think, like, lacrosse is the highest ratio of players thinking people care about lacrosse to people actually caring about lacrosse. I know a lot of, like, I'm friends with a couple lacrosse players, and they're just like, oh my god. Well, I was friends with a lot of lacrosse players in high school, and they kept talking about lacrosse, and then... Look, lacrosse is just one of those things. As soon as you're out of high school, I feel like you just lose all interest, even if you're, like, a extremely good lacrosse player. Because college lacrosse is honestly a little sad. You're just trolling? Speaking of trolls, I guess we're getting follow-botted. Okay, only 5. We're good. Weird. I mean, if we're talking about sports where you go across a net, that should be more popular. You're thinking tennis? No, badminton. Badminton's the good shit. Oh my god. Thank you so much for the 22 months, Canadian Gamer. We got like 5 follows within 5 seconds of each other. So you gotta let this thing go here. But we should get your... There we go. Thank you so much, Canadian Gamer, for the 22 months. That's kind of forever. I'm not sure if you realize that. I'm not sure if you're aware, but scientists have recently determined that 22 months is actually equal to forever. Your friend's brother is the coach for the national Catalan table tennis team? Yeah, maybe that's the me living in China part of this. That I just find badminton and table tennis cool. So when I was actually working over there, like, so the vast majority of my coworkers were, like, from China. Like, there were a couple Americans at the company. But, like, all of my coworkers during lunch, they had, like, a table tennis league. They're all, like, amazing at table tennis. Like, it was ridiculous watching them. I'm like, oh, I'd be happy if I was able to, like, volley, like, 3 or so balls coming my way. It's ping pong. Change your mind. That is, yeah. The actual name. So, what do you call ping pong in Chinese? How you doing, regular? The answer is ping pong chiu. Chiu is like ball, sport. So that's one of those things that they call it ping pong. So you're definitely right when it is ping pong, but I understand table tennis. That ping pong community really wants it to be taken seriously. They like the name table tennis. But it came from England? I see. If you were to do any sport, it'd be beer pong. I bet there's like a The Ocho level, like... The Ocho is a subreddit that highlights like professional commentary and production and weird sports. I bet there's like some professional beer pong league. Beer pong, you've probably seen it before. You should not participate until of age, but it's where they have like the pyramid of cups lined up and you bounce it off the table and try to get into the cup. And generally, if it goes in the cup, you have to drink it. I haven't played beer pong in a while, but when my recent beer pong matches, they've made it more sanitary and like you don't actually drink out of the cup the ping pong ball lands in. They're just filled with water. You have to take a couple sips of beer though. Oh, they actually made the Ocho a thing? Well, I mean, the Ocho was a thing from the Dodgeball movie, but... If you think it's silly for people to call it table tennis, then you can't get mad when people say speedrun. I don't think it's really... I have no dog in this race. Someone said it's called ping pong changed my mind, and I was saying I don't necessarily disagree. But I don't really care. I mean, if we're talking about sports that should be more recognized, I care way more about badminton being recognized than table tennis or ping pong. That was you. That was Parzival, yeah. Parzival is somebody. Why isn't there a good mitten? That's a good question, PJ. So we're gonna be behind because we're not doing the Yoshi strat. Yeah, they got a naming issue in badminton. Someone went over there and like seriously called the ball a shuttlecock or whatever. No, okay, that was the weirdest thing I've ever done in my life. You're reminded of that. I have no idea what you're talking about, but I have a feeling that it should not be posted in a Twitch channel. The Conte Live? Yo, how you doing, Indigo? I mean, so unfortunately, it looks like 3Cats got rid... Well, actually, I should be saying fortunately. But I didn't mind it too much. 3Cats got rid of the Omega Thicante emote. It's actually a Homestar Runner reference? I see. I didn't get that one. Oof. Where's the neutral mitten? Any Swiss badminton players? But yeah, 3Cats removed Omega Thicante. It's a sad day for the Thicante community. I'm sure it'll be back eventually when he has more slots. Actually, doesn't he have like 1 billion slots? Oh my god. Pink, thank you so much for the raid. I do really appreciate it. How was your stream? Congrats on the Onyx. I definitely know what that means. And you deserve praise for your legendary luck. What the hell? Yeah, I'm not sure I like the controller. Oh, I gotta redo this controller here. I think I just need new rubbers, which sucks because that means I actually have to unpack. It was fun, thanks. Glad you had fun. You got an Onyx, so that was pretty cool, but no purple chest. That sucks. What is an Onyx? Enlighten me. Because I want to know. I want to get better at RuneScape. RuneScape is my next game. I don't think you guys are ready, but this is actually the last time I'm ever going to speedrun. I become a RuneScape streamer tomorrow. Money Rock. I see. So it's like getting a diamond on the floor in real life. Like 2 million, you can make it into some stuff? Okay. But better than diamond, okay. Rare gems using crafting skill, and there are second rare gems in old school RuneScape behind the Zenite, which is created from Onyx and Zenite. Okay, well, now I know. There's something wrong with my console right now, I think. Because we were having issues before. What the hell? Did that really, like, my game is broken? Maybe, like, I'm thinking it's probably like I washed these controller parts. And maybe there's, like, some water that seeped in. Oh, I know what it is. At least I think I know what it is. That really sucks. The run wasn't that good, but I definitely knocked my my SD to SNES at some point. And I just never, like, yeah. I think it's an SD to SNES seeding issue. That really sucked. I'm playing on a Super Nintendo. If you're interested in my setup, you can do !mark setup. Well, we got a new run for the group here. Remember when I said I was going to update my setup document and then never did? You're still holding out hope for Sly 5? I've never played a Sly game. Yeah, and join the Discord. We got a Discord going. What were we talking about today? We're talking about COVID-related essays. Yeah, imagine being an admissions officer for a college for the next, like, 3 years and having to go through thousands of COVID-related essays. You just got railed by the PS5 showcase thing? Did they announce a price yet? Do we know the price of the PlayStation 5? We obviously know the price of the Xbox One Series X. I don't know. Whatever. I forget their names. How is Microsoft so bad at names? Honestly, yeah. Because it's like, there's probably going to be a PS6, okay? But I don't know if there's going to be, like, a Xbox. It's, like, Nintendo's terrible, too. Like, the Wii U's entire failure is almost central on its naming. Like, right? If they just named it the Wii 2, even though that's a really stupid name, they probably would have sold 30 more million units. I'm just pulling numbers out of my ass, but still. 1 to 360 to 1 to S to X. Yeah, it's... They should have just named it the 720 and then the 1080. I want to play on a 1080. I would just be reminded of that cool N64 game. Xbox Algebra, yeah. Good thing we're in an auto-scroller next. Okay. One day. Come on. This is so stupid. Nintendo's names have been fine except for DSi, 2DS, and Wii U. So, no, there's the... I mean, I guess, like, similar, but no, like there's the new Nintendo 3DS, the new Nintendo 3DS XL. The Xbox Integral. Yeah, right, you meant, yeah, I think we're in agreement here. It's like Logitech naming everything G Pro. I just wish we had the Xbox, and then the Xbox 360, and then the Xbox 720, and then the Xbox 1080. Be dope. Bigger. If I ever make a hardware company, I would promise you that I would name things like numbers that go up. They literally have 2 different headphones with the same name. Oh god. Do you know that ROG stands for Republic of Gamers? I do. Because Pink at one point had a ROG laptop, Asus ROG. I'm not sure if she still does. And like I just remember the startup was always like Republic of Gamers. I'm like, okay. There's like a ROG button, there's a gamer button. Raise your hand if you would like to live in a government that's run by gamers. I scratched my beard, I didn't raise my hand. Not to get political, but when I think of a gamer, I think of the guy who, like, spent campaign funds to buy Steam games, or whatever, that got, like, indicted or whatever. Xbox wasn't Xbox Zero, technically the first one, so mathematically it would go Xbox, Xbox 360. Yeah, I'm not gonna go with the 719, okay? I feel like people aren't gonna actually complain. Let's not get into Gamergate, Jimmy. If you want to hear my opinions on Gamergate, you can listen to my podcast. No one's playing the Xbox 1078. They're playing Guitar Hero to see if they keep the death penalty? Yeah. That's how it worked, man. You can't, with any controller that has one analog stick in outer space. I don't think most analog sticks are in outer space. Like, I feel like you're set with most controllers then, you know? You've been in guilds and WoW, you're not gonna leave governing to... You're gonna leave governing to not neckbeards? Yeah, the little amount of power goes to some people's heads. Like, I've seen guild leaders think they are, like, the Jesus 2.0, you know? WoW guilds are the worst. Well, MapleStory guilds are pretty bad, too. The reason I quit MapleStory was a sustained harassment campaign from, like, a different guild who didn't like my guild. So, guilds bring out the worst in people, but they're really fun to do party quests with. Just how it is. You like your controller symmetrical? The Wii U Pro Controller was my least favorite of, like, the dual-wielding analog controllers. And that was a symmetrical, analog stick. That's the reason you quit MapleStory? Really? Bullied by MapleStory? Wow. Well, there was, like, serious drama. And the drama goes like this. MapleStory introduced a system of marriage that cost $20 US. And with marriage... God damn it, god damn it, god damn it, god damn it. With marriage, god damn it 4 times. No, with marriage, you were able to do specific quests that, like, were pretty lucrative with your wife or husband. Yeah, now that I think about it, they only had straight marriage in MapleStory. What does that say? Regardless, I married someone who I did not know in real life, but we both were in the same guild. I ran a guild named Grass. Did not have to do with weed. I was like 14 when I made it. I just thought it was a cool name. I understand the implications now. But like, I got like a real girlfriend, and then she got actually legitimately upset because she thought there was something going there, and I'm like, no, I got married for this party quest thing. And then so she joined a rival guild and told them to harass me, so I got DC hacked until I just like stopped caring about the game. A guild was bullying you? What server were you on? Because I was on Broa. Isn't MapleStory Korean? They're pretty conservative. I guess. That story is real, yeah. I know, like, I have receipts, but I'm not gonna do that. This was a simpler time. This was like 2010. I mean, that's fair, but maybe I opened a can of worms with that conversation. You actually improved at 2J? Welcome to 2020. Everyone is toxic. This is literally a decade ago. You were on Bara? Okay, I was on Broa. No, people don't realize like how far we've come as a gaming unit, right? Anyone who thinks that like welcome to 2020, everyone is toxic, like I'm not gonna entirely disagree with you. See, there's still a lot of toxicity that could be made better, but like people forget what it was like on like Halo 3 voice chat 2007. I didn't quit MapleStory. MapleStory quit you. Well, an MMO is about the community, right? And so if I'm not vibing with the community, and that's kind of vibing, or not vibing, you know. I'm definitely not vibing with some parts of the community. I decided that it wasn't worth it. Small server back then, you don't know now? Wasn't Bara the second largest server? I thought it went Scania, Bara, Broa. You get extremely toxic in Minecraft? The first step of solving a problem is admitting there is one. Andres, channel that toxicity into, I don't know, Minecraft art. You made a dumb face at the screen for too long to even click that story? Like, like, it's a real story. I feel like me making that up on the fly would be too difficult, right? Yo, how you doing, Rupert? You were AFK, just got back. Fair, see. Fair. Anything PvP related? You 100% believe it because you saw almost the exact same thing happen to you more than once in Final Fantasy XIV? I feel like it was just a bad idea for MapleStory to introduce a real, legitimate marriage system that costs money. I mean, like, there's also the implication of spending $20 in a free MMO to have access to an advantage in terms of the wedding party quest. But that's a separate issue. You know for a fact you're better than mostly everyone because you rarely lose? I mean, that is a toxic mindset. I agree there. Scania was jam-packed back in 2005. I feel like we've had so many MapleStory conversations recently. Everyone's on a nostalgia trip. We're at the nostalgia part of quarantine. Everyone longs for 2007. Some Pig Beach. Sounds like Nexon being Nexon. Yeah, Nexon is probably the worst game developer of all time. Everything Nexon touches is like, it's either like a zombie walking or like dying a quick death once Nexon gets their hands on it. You long for 2021? I used the words 2030 unironically in a conversation today for the first time, and I realized, holy shit, 2030 that's a year. Wow, I'm surprised I didn't get hit there. You long for your state being not completely on fire? I don't know, the past couple of years, I feel like we just know that there's gonna be more fires like every single year in California. They probably are very proactive, but you don't hear a lot of, like, the proactive things people are doing to prevent wildfires in California. Maybe I'm just ignorant of this. I'm not even gonna read that statement, Andres. Well, now they are? I mean, that's another fair point, Fango. Didn't the drought end? How is there still so much left to burn? So, this is a real statistic. At least it was true in, This was true a couple years ago. There's 420 trees for every person on Earth. There's roughly 100 billion trees. Or, like, so the math is actually there. If you look up how many trees are on Earth and then divide that by the population, it's roughly 420. And that is the biggest coincidence you could ever possibly imagine. But what I'm trying to say is there's a lot of trees. There's a lot of wood. A lot of burning materials. Yeah, I'm glad they are being proactive, because I feel like at this point, like, what, it's been like I mean, like, there's been major wildfires, like, over the course of history, but, like, now it's pretty much every year, right? That explains our trees? Yeah, pretty much. I thought Captain Planet fixed the world. I thought we all learned a valuable lesson in the 80s. And while I'm sure you all have well-researched opinions, this is something I am not super well-versed in. So conversations regarding this. I feel I cannot properly participate, so maybe they should be done in other channels. The power is yours? Yeah, I don't feel like doing anything? Yeah. Explains my mods, okay? Yeah, the best way to turn someone into a lurker in my channel is to give them a mod badge. I'm joking, okay? It's a bit politics. Yeah, what do you think my statement was trying to imply before? It was a very polite way of please change the subject before I change it for you all. Maybe getting a mod sword is like getting partner, yeah. Well, Rupert's bucking the system. Rupert got partner, and then he did the same thing as he did before partner, which is crazy. I'm only messing. Most people, like it. There is like the meme, I guess, that as soon as someone gets partnered, they just like stop streaming what actually got them partnered. Or just stop streaming altogether. But Rupert is a class act. Mod Sword offers more opportunity. I don't disagree with that. Getting partner is supposed to be the beginning, not the end. I mean, tell that to like half of people who aren't partnered over like the course of, I don't even know what. There are some people who, like, their goal has been getting partnered for, like, the past, like, 5 or 6 years, and then they just get it, and they don't know what to do with it. I'm not talking about anyone in particular right now. It's just a thing I noticed. What does getting partnered give you? At this point, not much more. There was a point in time where, like, the entire system of partner was, like, the only way you could really, like, take advantage of Twitch's features. Like, emotes were only for partnered people. However, there wasn't a check mark, so I feel like that's honestly the reason why a lot of people want it now. It's like, oh, I get the coveted check mark. But yeah, now really all you get is guaranteed quality options and more emote slots. I guess access to cheer emotes, like the animated ones, but most people don't take advantage of that. I mean, most people don't take advantage of affiliate and partner thing. Like, there's the new badge flare thing that I've only seen me use. Actually, me and Rezi. Yeah, I mean, those are pretty much the only big perks. I guess there's like the permanent sub for bot, but you tried streaming at 120 hertz and that doesn't work. Like what, 120 FPS? I'm pretty sure Twitch doesn't support that. The guaranteed quality options are super big. Actually, I never checked to see if I have them. Sick. We got them. We actually have gotten quality options like every single stream for like the past 2 months, which is pretty cool. At this point, Picante stream is more of a just chatting stream with wait, what? There's gameplay. It's not just gameplay in the background. Are you implying I talk too much? Because I've gotten that before. I've gotten, does this guy ever shut up? I don't know. Dead air, Monka S. The game is a paid actor, yes. The issue I have, even when I have quality options, if I'm streaming at 6K, way too many people go in my stream, try to watch at 6K, like, try to watch at source, and are like, why is my stream buffering? I'm like, can you handle 6K? And then they're like, no, and I'm like, oh, that's why your stream's buffering. Also, how you doing, Sika? I always forget how to pronounce your name, and I do really apologize, because I know you've been around for so long. Sika? You don't really get many complaints? Okay. I feel like the 1080 scares people off. Because people see 720, and there's people who stream at 720 at 3K bitrate, and people who stream 720 at like 6K. If I moved up to 1080, people would probably complain less, but I'm not doing 1080 if I don't have guaranteed quality options, so. There's no one pronunciation? Alright. There we go. I have a right to be confused. For what it's worth, the reason I followed your stream is because you really like my constant banter. Nice. You got robbed of your permanent bot sub? They said I had to use one of my lifetimes on it. So, yeah, there's like the partner system has multiple permanent subs. It has like 2 for bots and then 1 lifetime sub or something, and then like if you, because like there's partner and then people don't realize there's like a super partner. Basically, don't even think about, like, it's an unspoken Illuminati system where you get like 350 instead of 250 a sub, and I think, like, basically don't even think about it unless you have like over 1,000 subs. Oh god. But, like, I think you get, like, an extra permanent sub in that system as well. But I don't really get how the permanent subs work. And getting robbed, apparently. Oh, God. They technically get 3 perma subs that is based on your total sub points if you unlock it. I see. I mean, if you think you're going to stream for 60 years, and you aren't at the sub points, you can do some math and see if it's actually worth it in the long run to just gift yourself a few hundred subs now. Versus having to gift the sub yourself, you know? Ha! You've been found out, WPI. Before the sub point, they let you give it to a bot, or the sub point system let you give it to a bot. I mean, the obvious solution here is just everyone should sub to Peking Boo. The best dance game speedrun extraordinaire human being in Australia. Think about that. How many days would I say until my Derust ends? I said I would make my title no longer say Derust as soon as I beat a run of this game. Or just, like, beat Bowser, you know? Actually complete a 96 run. Yeah, yeah, that's actually fair. Like, I'm already wasting exorbitant amounts of money by having a Nightbot tier 3 subbed. But it's not even complete. They don't even get the bid emotes. You got complaints pretty quickly when you did stream at 1080 once you were still affiliate and you didn't get options that day? Yeah, that makes sense. You want to know so you can make sure you watch Release Me when I'm completely unrolled. Jesus Christ. Yeah, we're never going to be unrusted. We're always going to make mistakes like that. The obvious solution is Nightbot should partner with Twitch and get sub-emotes to everyone and become official chatbot of Twitch. Or the obvious solution is that Twitch should have their own chatbot, right? I mean, the thing is, that's kind of a scary proposition. Everything Twitch touches, they kind of fuck up in a way. Actually, the more I think about that, that would probably actually get a lot of people angry at Twitch, because people enjoy having Nightbot, and they enjoy having, Moobot, etc. First of all, it's like a point of identity. Like, people are like, oh, like, I like Moobot better than Nightbot. Not really that important of an identity, but some people do actually say, like, oh, I really enjoy features X, Y, and Z on platform beta. I don't know, I'm just using numbers or letters now, but... But yeah, an actual bot from Twitch would be able to do a lot of cool stuff. And it would technically save them money, right? Do partners get money from the permasub? Like, do they just get $250 a month from Twitch? Something tells me no. But they could get rid of the permasub system if like they would save money, hypothetically. You don't get any... Okay, that makes a lot of sense, because I'm like, if they would be losing a lot of money on people who just stop streaming. No one says they have to get rid of Nightbot if Twitch makes their own. Yeah, but it gives it, like, the whole chatbot landscape becomes completely unfair as soon as Twitch makes their own. As soon as first-party stuff comes out, you try to use it until you find out the API is completely busted and unusable. Yeah, and, like, it's... Even the stuff that's not unbusted, or even unbusted, even the stuff that's not busted and unusable, it can become unusable at any time. Like, Twitch broke their API so badly, they had to roll back, like, their entire change model, or whatever. They were like, oh yeah, by the way, guys, 3 weeks you have. They're Yoda now. You get the sub points, though, or maybe you don't, you can't remember. You probably do, but I feel like the sub points isn't gonna make or break it, right? Well, I guess it's 6, it's not 1, right? I know there's like quite a few partners that have perma tier 1 subs instead of tier 3 because they got their perma sub before the tier 3 existed. You don't know if you do or not? Perma subs are tier 3, by the way? Well, did they like fix that? Because I know someone who like... This was like a year or two ago at this point, but they're like, yeah, I'm kind of pissed because my permasub's tier 1. It can't use the tier 2 and tier 3 emotes because tier 2 and tier 3 didn't exist. Oh, I have those Velcro things. It says last purchase like 2 years ago. You have so many cables behind your TV. Yeah, those are great for cable management. Why are you sad? Especially now with the 5 emotes for each additional tiers. Oh yeah, I completely forgot about that. I guess that's a feature that partners have. That I haven't seen any partners do anything except have meme combos in. I'm sure there are people who've done stuff with it, though. Like a tier 3, like, they'll have a tier 3 emote and then like a 4-part W combo or something. 2x2, yeah. You've noticed some of the newer partners are kind of burned out and don't stream a lot now? That's not even a new partner thing. That's always been a thing. But I think burnout is very, very easy in COVID times. I will say that much. Wow, beautiful. I mean, I did mention sub to Peking Boo. But what about the tier 2 and tier 3 subscriptions to Peking Boo? Also, completely, well, beautiful face alert. I cleaned my lens. When Yellow Killer B was like, oh yeah, my lens looks good because I clean it. I'm like, oh, that's a good idea. And I finally did it. I completely forgot about that face. The peeking face. YKB is very pog. Oh, peeking, don't forget, I'm old school, okay? Anyone who was like coming up in 2015, I know him. That and the like Sunshine in like 2015, 2016 was so awesome. And I think that's when I was watching Yellow Killer B, I think it was like AGDQ 2016. During the event, she was streaming Sunshine, but she was not at the event. I think that was the first time I ever saw Yellow Killer B. You haven't seen her since watching Wilco run Sunshine? Yeah. I remember the sad day when I was... Well, it wasn't that sad. I remember he switched over, and then like 2 weeks later, someone's like, oh, when are you going back to Sunshine? He's like, oh, I'm probably never going back to Sunshine. And I realized, oh yeah, shit, Wilco's like extremely serious about his grind. If he's saying that, it's probably true. And then it was true. Sad times. Yeah, I get super nostalgic for like the 2015, 2016 Sunshine community. Like we're talking like, I don't even like B-Boy doesn't stream anymore. Like B-Boy, Dutch J, good times. World 3 is hard, I agree. Vanilla Dome is the worst. Oh, what I will say, who's talking about cable management? Leon, cable management. If you ever look at photos of people's setups and you're like, oh, how do they get their cable management so good? Most of the things that are highly upvoted on these setup like pages, they don't have the cables in. Like they explicitly take the cables out because they know it's gonna look worse. So keep that in mind, and you're gonna feel a lot better about your cable management. Because in certain scenarios, it's just impossible. If you have like 40 things that have to plug in, I know it's a very high number. Yeah, okay, that, I was like, I'm missing people. Raise Fire 120 was the most comfy thing, actually. You know, a lot of people definitely remove cables. Like, they've talked about it. It's like, oh yeah, my cables are not here. It's like, of course not. Fi-Fi and Red Falcon? Fi-Fi is like randomly, oh, so Fi-Fi any percent. That was comfy. I know he's done 120 recently, but there was just a different... I mean, Fi-Fi is still really cool, but I feel like it was really good when he was doing 90%. I forgot Felk even did Sunshine, because I remember him as a Paper Mario runner. Thought they just made their own chords? Imagine making your own chords. I know it's actually not as hard as people think. Oh my god, that's so terrible. Oh, is it Fi-Fi? I always assumed it was Fifi. It's Fi-Fi, and I only know that because he's had to occasionally be like, yeah, I know Fi-Fi is also an adult product for men. And it's not that. I'm not associated with that. I'm associated with dragon plushies. Why are those crackfish so addicted to Mario? Felk hit his stride for you personally when he did his pre-Hooktail pit runs. I mean, that was actually not that long ago, right? That was like slightly before the release of Mario Maker 2. But, or maybe I'm thinking Felk did, he did that, like, challenge, like the hard mode, and then you did like extra hard mode, and then extra hard mode. You swiped an NES Classic Mini for 45 euros. That's pretty good, right? Today you learned of prison devices from Picante. I don't think it's a prison device, right? I thought it was like an actual company that made them. You went from another name to you to being a household name. I don't think I'm a founder in Felix channel, but I'm definitely close. That was during Paper Mario, right? Mario Maker 2, though. We've lost some good ones, and by lost, I mean they're doing better than ever, and they're very happy. And I'm happy for their success, but I do miss Sunshine. Raise... Felk, in a similar vein, but not similar community. Buka. I miss Buka with SM64, but he seems happy. Yeah, I'm enjoying, and like Raze is actually doing like super well on YouTube now. I remember like he was like just trying to start his like YouTube career with like Sunshine, but now he has like what 50,000 subs. When Raze jumped to Fortnite, you lost him a bit there. Yeah, I think that was me as well. Like even when he went back occasionally to Sunshine, I just knew it was. It's one of those things where if you know it's gonna go away, like you don't want to get invested in it. It's like watching a show that you know has been canceled already. But Mario Maker, I'm watching Raze occasionally. Like Raze has never changed. It's just the game, you know. Shit. Yeah, I'm losing springs with my new controller setup. I might have to do some tweaks. Felix YouTube has been nutty. I haven't checked, but I thought he was already popular. Like, I thought the reason he joined Team Next... Oh, God. Why am I... I thought the reason he joined Team Next Level in the first place was because, like, his YouTube presence made up for the fact that he didn't have a, Like, didn't he have 100,000, like, YouTube subscribers before he even started streaming? Something like that? Am I crazy? I am so crazy, apparently, because he has 30,000. Oh, no, he has 80,000. Okay. Still a lot, but that's very nutty. That is indeed nutty. I guess I have a selective memory here. Go Team Next Level. That's the good shit. Also, I completely ignored Jimmy here. Found a place where you get custom length and color power chords. It's figured those battle station posters are loaded. Well, it's similar to like the people on... Oh god. All right, we're good. It's similar to the people on like Male Living Space. Like, oh, check out my Male Living Space. And there's like 6 Herman Miller Eames side by side. For those who don't know, it's like a $6,000 chair. You've seen it before. You have no idea what it's called, but you've seen it before. The Herman Miller Eames. You might know what it is. I shouldn't assume. Why is that section so awkward? That was poorly played, but it's fine. You had to block cozy places? What? Because you're jealous of these extremely rich people that just like, oh, no big deal. This is just my full floor-to-ceiling windowed cabin in the Swiss Alps. It's like, okay, thank you for that. Sorry, did I say thank you? Fuck you. And you're incredibly... I'm very jealous. That's all I'm trying to say. Well, it's either that or it's like, oh, check out this freight car that I made into a... I've done that now twice. I don't know what's going on. It's either that or it's like, oh, check out this freight car I made into a tiny apartment, and then like you go into the You go into the comments, it's like, oh, how's your running water situation? It's like, oh, we don't have running water. It's like, okay. I don't feel as bad now. It's like, it looks really nice, but I gotta poop in a bucket. Did you see that some rapper's wife wants $2 million a month in support after divorce? I know that Brendan Fraser has to pay $50,000, or it's like I think it's like $50,000 a month in alimony. And like Brendan Fraser's not really getting much work, so that's a little oof. There were a lot of memes about that, I remember. Sad Brendan Fraser is definitely a meme. Yeah, I'm not part of the pooping in buckets gang. Poor Brendan Fraser. Yeah, he is, I just confirmed it's $50,000 a month, which it was definitely worth it. I know that I could have split there, but we had to confirm the alimony payments of Brendan Fraser. I would not be surprised if Brendan Fraser is still relatively rich. He's got that mummy money. I don't know, Leon. I spend about $800,000 a month on entertainment. So it makes sense. His life story is really heartbreaking. What happened to his career? What happened to his career? Was Brendan Fraser one of the people who spoke out on sexual assault and then, like, pretty much got blacklisted? Why do I feel like that sounds familiar? Or at least he didn't speak out at the time, but because he wasn't willing to do something that made him uncomfortable, he got blacklisted, and then he later spoke out about it? He was... Okay, that's what I thought. I'm a huge Brendan Fraser fan. Like, the Mummy series, like, it's like one of the last great adventure series. We were talking about the disappearing, like, term of classic, but even though the Mummy series is not, like, very good, like, as a movie, like, it still has that, like, epic feel. And epic, I mean, like, quite literally, like, an epic, like, the genre, like, Lawrence of Arabia sort of deal. Like, where it's campy enough, but not, like... You don't see many movies that make you feel the way the Mummy does anymore. And that's, like, not even that old. That's 2000s, right? After the Mummy series, it was all downhill from him. I mean, like, the Mummy series is good, but he still actually got a lot of massive roles. Like, Journey to the Center of the Earth made hundreds of millions of dollars, right? The Mummy is like the National Treasure movies, so cheesy but extremely fun. Mummy was 1997, shit. At least one of the Mummy movies was in the 2000s. It may or may not have had Brendan Fraser. It might have been The Rock's time to shine, but... You want epic? Dune? We'll see. We'll see. They failed at Dune once. They probably failed at Dune like 85 times. But I guess they also failed at Lord of the Rings multiple times before they made that. Lawrence of Space Arabia? Yeah. They released Lawrence of Arabia on 4K. I might have to cop it. Is it never not The Rock's time to shine? I mean, he is bald, like me. He's got that shiny head. It's like a polished, tumbled stone. We're still waiting on a non-fail Ender's Game, too. I know people who are still pissed about Aragon. Wasn't that supposed to be good? Like an Onyx, yeah. And I'm not making fun of The Rock, because there's a reason why I wear a hat. Let's just say that. Bald is beautiful. But also The Rock is beautiful. The Rock hasn't eaten candy since the 90s. Do you understand how... Like, that's crazy. Orson Scott Card is a complete dickwad, FYI. Well, can't they, like, turn it on its head? Like, Orson Scott Card is kind of, like, racist, right? Can't they do, like, a, Cthulhu show recently that, like, What's the new, I keep forgetting the name of the series with the Cthulhu that just came out. Homophobic, okay. Lovecraft Country. Doesn't Lovecraft Country like deal with issues of like racism and stuff like that? Stuff that would make Lovecraft actually like squirm in his boots because he was like extremely racist. So they could do something like that. An adaptation of Ender's Game that spearheads homophobia. Spearheads? That's not the right word. Whatever. Lambasts. Lambast is not serious enough. I don't know the word I'm looking for, but you all understand what I mean. I don't know who Marty Stew is. Yeah, The Scorpion King was his first movie as lead. That's why I mentioned The Rock. I'm a big fan of The Rock. I mean, I'm a big fan of The Rock as a person. Like, I don't really care about wrestling, and I don't really care about any of the movies he's in, but he seems like a relatively nice guy. Actually, is there any update on him? I know him and his entire family got COVID, which is, like, that really sucks. Like, there's really no other way to put it. Dwayne for president? Isn't Idiocracy the president, Dwayne Camacho? Why do I feel like his first name is Dwayne? That makes you sad? You hope they're okay? Yeah, I hope they're okay, too. As much as he seems like a decent guy, you'd rather not have joke candidates anymore. I know, didn't he actually, like, have, like, a minor run for president? Because so, like, there's this website called isidewith.org, which is, like, an extensive political survey. Like, if you answer every single question, you don't have to answer every single question. Like, you click on more questions, and then it gives you, like, alignment. And I remember when I did it, like, The Rock was one of the choices on the thing. And I'm like, why is The Rock here? Why is The Rock in my political thing? I'm so happy, like, I don't really want to get into politics, but I'm pretty, like, I thought, wasn't Oprah supposed to run? That's pretty chill that it's not that. You wouldn't see The Rock as a joke candidate? Schwarzenegger as governor of California did all right. I don't know enough about Schwarzenegger, like, as a governor. So I can't comment on that. But I feel like The Rock is... The thing about, like, these candidates... Like, as long as... I feel like The Rock would be smart enough to, like, actually delegate to people who are competent enough. But I guess I can't trust anyone, so let's... I don't know what to say. It's probably not best that we continue this conversation, though. This is getting deeply political. I guess I'd rather not find out, Serena. You gotta go, take care, and just before you leave, my input display is cropped over the A button a bit. Not sure if that is intended. Oh god. Actually, where even is it? I think sometimes there's issues when I minimize it. Am I gonna get hit? No, I'm not. Alright, cool. Did that fix it? I wasn't looking at my OBS. Oh no. Oh Jesus Christ. Where even is the input display? Retro Spy. Well, I'll fix it later. You didn't follow Arnold as a governor, but his Reddit account is maximum wholesome and inspirational. Yeah, like, I specifically remember, like, the guy who, like, got made fun of for being overweight at the gym, and, like, he actually, like... I bet that guy is a much more fit person because Arnold Schwarzenegger himself encouraged him to continue going to the gym despite bullies. You took the quiz before but can't find the result? Just if you have 2 hours to spare, go answer every single question. No big deal. Let's not talk about why people are idiots because of politics. I feel like It has the opportunity to turn the conversation nasty. I hate this level so much. Oh yeah, PSI will slide into your DMs and talk politics. That's not really a call out, but if you want to have political conversation, what I'm trying to say is I think PSI is down. And that's not necessarily a bad thing. I like people who are politically active. And by I like people who are politically active, I like when people are politically active. I personally just don't like talking about politics that much. Picante knows from experience. Yeah. Like, I'm sure with most people here, I probably share most of the same opinions as all of you. It's just... it's not really the place. In my opinion. I guess it's fixed. Shit. What I'm trying to say is I would be the best... I would be the best president of all time. I couldn't even finish that sentence. That's how you know I'd be a great president. Yo, how you doing, Romeo? Hope you've been doing well. Why do I keep doing that? You know what? It was worth it to be an absolute baller. Let's go with that. The answer wasn't even that bad. It's more... it's not about, like, the answer. It's about continued political discussion. This is Twitch after all. No politics, no religion. That's, like, the golden rules. You played this game on GBA today? Oh my god. Yeah, okay. We're gonna re-clean our controller at some point. We like having springs. So, it's actually a separate category. Oh god, I totally thought I would have to redo it. Like, there are enough differences between the GBA version and this version that people... you don't see them on the same leaderboard. I actually don't know what the record is, though, on GBA. I'm kind of interested. Okay, there's obviously exceptions, Fango. But at the same time, I think as a general rule of thumb, you see it on Twitch a lot. You see people being like, eh, no politics talk, and no religion talk. It's the golden rule. If you avoid those subjects, you generally are gonna be okay. Now, there are places where you could discuss them. But they ain't necessarily here. Ooh. Do I like vocalists? Do you want to see what you discovered today? Like... but maybe I'm gonna sound like a heartless husk of a man, but I generally don't like people singing, and that's not like what it sounds like. I like bands with words. I don't mind people singing, but like the act of someone just like singing and nothing else, like a cappella choir or just like some random person, like I'll try to avoid listening to them. You understand it from the perspective of the creator because you don't want to alienate part of the viewership, but you also think people need to be challenged and people are too comfortable to not talk about politics or think that it doesn't affect their everyday lives, and it obviously does. I mean, we're sitting inside right now in the last 6 months because people wouldn't talk about failures of politics. I have been relatively vocal, not relatively vocal, but it's very obvious. You would know my politics very soon after following me, I think. I think within a week or two, you would know how I stand. That's not the issue. I don't think it's an issue of like alienating a certain part of my audience, because if people believe in certain things, I don't want them to be my audience, right? And that's not to say like a certain, like, people are people and I'm able to see the person in people, but there are certain things that are completely not okay. That being said, I just don't like political discussion because it leads to toxicity in chat. It's not an issue of alienating people. It's an issue of people who disagree with me politically all of a sudden feel, because their views are challenged, that they need to come out and like start being mean or toxic, etc. And that toxicity breeds more toxicity. You know? So it's more of, I don't want chat to go in that direction because it's gonna make my streaming less fun. Because I like interacting with the chat that doesn't suck, for lack of a better term. Okay, clearly not your thing, you get it? Yeah, I'm the weird. It's not you, it's me, okay? I'm the weird one. But I generally think that's the reason why people don't have politics talk. I feel like people would not mind talking about politics if it didn't completely turn toxic, but it often does. I've seen so many conversations where like everyone's on the same page and then one person starts like shitting over everyone's thoughts, and it's like, I'd just rather not. Why don't I take Star Road and beat it in 10 minutes? Because this is the 100% category, Romeo. And I know some people might yell at me saying it's the 100% category, but it functionally is. You gotta beat every exit. Let's be real, online discourse is awful. You can only have those conversations one-on-one. It's not even that online discourse is awful, which is, I agree. But Twitch chat is just a terrible medium. First of all, it's completely unbalanced. I have the same weight as like 10,000 people at once, because that's how many people are here, I assume. I don't really look at my viewer count, but I can only assume. Like, it's completely lopsided. The layer of anonymity makes people much more willing to say gross things, for lack of a better term. There's a lot of reasons why Twitch chat's a terrible medium for a serious conversation, but yeah. So if you were gonna have discourse on these subjects, I think Discord is a little bit better. I mean, it has Discord in the name, right? Discourse. You should have everyone's opinions equally. I mean, that's fair, Spork. You're not anonymous? Follow your art page? Well, gotta link it to me. I agree, it depends on the size of the chat. Am I getting an Xbox or a PlayStation? Well, I'm not getting an Xbox, most likely. Because I have a PC, and Xbox has been clear that if you have a nice PC, there's no reason to get an Xbox system. So I'm waiting to see if I think that the PS5 is worth it. If it's $500 or less, I'm definitely getting it. If it's $600 or more, I will wait until like good exclusives come out and then probably not get it anyway. So that's what the situation is. But I don't know. There's already too many games. I'm not super interested in the newer stuff also. And Nintendo's coming out with some good stuff, but that only works until March, right? When they shut down the servers for Mario 35 for whatever reason. You should impose I should impose a politics tax. Donate $50 to your channel and you'll talk all the politics you want for the stream. Yeah, I'll make it a channel point goal. 100K and I'll let there be political discussion. That would be a legitimately good reward in some channels. Not mine, though. You're getting PS5? I mean, PS5 seems like a better system, but price is obviously an issue. Instead of free speech, it's $50 speech. It's revolutionary. Yeah, when people are saying that infringes on free speech. Well, isn't money already speech? Oh, political. Political in the US. 100K points and Yang Gang all night. Yeah, it's like, actually, that would be the biggest clusterfuck in the world if I had, for 50,000 points, I had silly hats, and then 100,000 points, I had political hats. I just have, like, every single there's an obvious candidate with a hat, but I probably would not, and by probably, I definitely would not wear that for 100,000 points. That would be an absolute shit show. Getting political again. But that was my fault, but sure. You're not the government. You come into my business. You abide by your rules. I mean, that's fair. Is it against Twitch TOS to, like, just ban people for no reason and then, like, say, if you want to talk on my channel, you have to pay me $50? Is that, like... It's probably not against TOS. You would never be successful that way, but it would be kind of a good meme. One of my catchphrases is not to be political, but yeah, basically. At the same time, things that weren't political have suddenly become political. Jesus Christ, that was a good Lemmy. Sub-only chat is a thing that's literally bribed to chat. I guess Twitch hasn't sold out enough. I want tier 3 sub only. Is that a thing? You got banned by a Twitch streamer, but you didn't deserve it? I would have to see the messages. I don't trust anyone anymore. They say they were... Like, I know so many people are like, oh... Like, they come on my channel, they're like, oh, I was banned in, let's say, I don't know. I was banned in, Cosmic's channel. You're cooler than them. And then it's like, I find out that, like, they said, like, Cosmic, you suck at video games, please stop streaming. And I'm like, oh, okay. That makes sense that you were banned. That's been your big thing for the last few years. Everything is political. Ignoring it is also political and lazy, so I guess you're extreme now. There we go. The birth of extreme PSI check. You're checking the pressure in your vehicle, but you're on a mountain. Ludwig's mod team stream is unbanned forms and it's pretty good content. That seems like a really good meme. The what am I trying to say? The implementation of mod logs or chat logs for moderators is also an extremely good meme sometimes. Because, like, people will post, like, this guy, like, hey, can I get him banned? I think I was accidentally banned. And, like, you see, like, the messages they sent. It's like, wow. That took a full 2 seconds to click. Is the PSI not pressure per square inch? Did I see the new Game & Watch Mario thing? Yeah. And I thought I was gonna get it, but the more I think about it, the less... Oh, God. The less inclined I am to get it. I may do it if, like, for some reason I just happen to be, like, in a place where I could buy it, and... Like, because the thing is, that thing's gonna sell out immediately. It doesn't matter that it's probably not gonna be fun. It's gonna sell out immediately because that's, of course, Nintendo limited product. Why would it not? But, like, if hypothetically, if I'm browsing Twitter and I just see, like, the tweet 1 second, like the tweet last tweeted 1 second ago by Nintendo, get the new Game & Watch system. Let's release now. I'll be like, okay, I guess I'll try to buy it. Probably still won't be able to. Scalpers are gonna just get every single copy everywhere. I could be talking on my ass right now. I don't know if it's pre-order based. If I'm talking about new portables, though, I really do, the more I think about it, I really do want the analog retro system. What the hell is happening right now? This is bad. That was a bad level. It sucks that you can bet Mario in 5 minutes is not worth... It sucks you could beat Mario in 5 minutes, so it's not worth the money. I mean, I guess... if you're talking about it as, like, an implicit, like, is Mario worth how much it costs on, like, a tiny portable system, the answer is always going to be no. But that's not the point of it being released. Like, it's just being released as a collector's item, right? It's just like saying, like, oh, those Sega Genesis micro consoles that are $50 are not worth it for the 4 games. I don't think that's why they're making them. People like collectible plastic. That's what it is. But out of every single announcement, I think that's the second least... Or second most I've been underwhelmed. How about that? The second least whelmed I've been. I have no interest in the Mario Kart augmented reality thing. It looks kind of cool, but out of everything that's buyable as a Mario 35th anniversary feature, no interest in the Mario Kart stuff. And then second least interested is the Game & Watch thing. And then... I guess after that's Mario 3D World, and then Mario 3D All-Stars. And then... Or actually, no. Mario 3D World, and then regular All-Stars being on Virtual Console. And then 3D All-Stars. And then... What is it? Mario 35. I've lost track of what I'm even talking about. But the thing I'm most excited for, I think, is Mario 35. And that's the thing that's just going to end in March. This run is 129.32. We'll see. We will see. If the Japanese All-Stars doesn't have SMW, how am I going to play in the Japanese version? I'm not. But if I'm trying to PB, I'm going to be on this version. The only differences between the US and Japanese version, like, from gameplay perspective, is that there's an extra cape and a few extra mushrooms in the US version. So, it's easier to play on the US version. It's slower, though, because doing, like, switches and stuff like that, they like have longer loading times. So there's really no reason for me to practice on the US version. Oh my god. A few extra berries and funky and 100 more time and yeah, like, but those aren't like realistic gameplay differences. Jesus. Well, this is gonna be terrible. We haven't done zips in a while. If you could call these zips. I have Dots' practice card. I'm playing on SD SNES right now. But no, what I'm trying to say is, like, why am I running on this when I'm practicing for all 5, which is on the US cart? The answer is because there's really no reason not to practice on the faster version. Zip God? Yeah, honestly. Call me Jeans because I'm a zipper. That doesn't make any... That's a terrible joke. Forget I ever said that. Nope, no one will. It's gonna be a dumb meme. So you're all 5 on the US version? Well, there is no all 5 Japanese version. The game was only released in the US as a tie-in title with consoles, late into the Super Nintendo's lifespan. So all 5 is the US version. All 5 is on the US version, but Lost Levels were on the Japanese version. Yeah, I could have technically ran Lost Levels on the US version, but I was just using the US cart or Japanese cart out of convenience for other games. There is actually no time loss. It's like one of the only categories where being on the Japanese versus English version doesn't matter. But nearly every single other category of every single other game is faster on Japanese, so I just happened to use my Japanese All-Stars card. When's all 5 PAL? Is that a thing? Yikes. Yeah, that's a... Are there All-Stars misc categories? I feel like there aren't. But that's a misc category if I've ever seen one. Jesus Christ, dude. You used to get a 91% in SMW, and you're like, you have every secret, but you didn't realize they had to go through every exit. So you were missing 5 exits? I didn't realize in my first couple playthroughs of this game that red dots meant there were multiple exits in the stages. I thought it was just, like, random, you know? I mean, people still don't understand, like, there's no explanation why some dots are big and some dots are small, right? Have people ran all 5 PAL? If the answer is yes, that honestly scares me. That's like, really... What does that say about humanity as a species, you know? Sorry, I'm specifically talking all 5 Hundo PAL. You think that the working one is that the big dots indicate longer levels? By working one, you mean like the most agreed on theory? Are all the big dots auto-scrollers? Because I know that the Donut Plains 2 is a big dot. The working theory, okay. I'm just memeing. Some people enjoy memeing about PAL. We don't have a superiority complex on NTSC. I mean, without PAL, we wouldn't have the exclusive Waterworld Super Nintendo game. Which might sound like a bad meme on my end, but Dean Evans is a god when it comes to creation of music. There's any percent PAL runs, but no all 5 Hundo. My sanity is saved then. Normally, PAL games don't have separate categories, but yeah, like, they run slower. Why would you do that? SMW is significantly different on PAL, though, to the point where it is a separate category. Like, certain jumps you can make, only on PAL. Fuck. Alright. Your little brother just looked at the stream and said this is Fall Guys? Well, I shouldn't have said an F-bomb, then. PAL on NTSC is its own category. That's... Cue the Steve Buscemi... Oh, God. Cue the Steve Buscemi quote. Buscemi? What is a Buscemi? Well, we're screwed. What do I do? Oh, this is actually fine. This is fine. This is fine. It's not actually that fine now that... Oh, no, there's a Yoshi in this level. Is there a blue... Is there a blue shell? There's a star in one of the blocks. I know where the star is. I feel like I would get hit trying to get the star. Yeah, this is Among Us. I've actually never played it. I own it. Alright, precision time. Nice save, honestly. Just tooting my own horn here, no big deal. It's kind of a weird phrase when you think about it, right? Because you're not going to toot someone else's horn. Yeah, like doing every single question that it offers you. Like, do more questions for every single question, PSI. Oh, God. Yeah, that could have been way worse. 5 seconds is fine. You take the blue shell if you mess up GBK because you know this level without it. Yeah, I have a feeling I'm not going to do GBK anytime soon. Spork, have you played Among Us at all? I don't see you as a PC gamer. Yeah, there is actually a surprise. I mean, there's an intersection with everything. Everyone loves Among Us right now. But when's the SMW Among Us, heck? There's an intersection with Among Us and SMW players. Oh, okay, yeah, I forgot it's a mobile game, too. I still haven't played it. I own it on PC. And I know how to play it because I looked it up on Wikipedia. Among Us is so much fun to watch. I already don't watch enough speedrunning as it is. I can't get a new game here. I gotta divert that time back to speedrunners. Fuck. Okay. I don't know why I'm so bad at flying in this level specifically. Okay. We're green out of special. That's all we need. Now all I have to do is first try clips, not mess up the rest of the endgame, even though we haven't reached the halfway point. You know, easy stuff. I should be really high up, right? Just gotta remember 60s. We didn't yump in Red Switch. Yeah, I don't think we did. I think we only got one yump today. Yeah, honestly, gaming might be a good idea, me and my coworkers. Because, like, obviously we'd have, like, happy hours and stuff like that. And virtual happy hours, they exist, but they're kind of weird. So maybe I'll try to get my coworkers to play Among Us with me. I'll actually learn how to play it. Then it'll be the best. Okay, the most important thing I have to do here is just not get the goddamn key. I don't know why when I go back in this level, I just want to get the key. I think I actually do know why. It's because I do this level so much. And it's mainly the other exit. Imagine getting past Vanilla Dome. Sick. Yeah, one of the differences, the US version has a yellow block here, so you're able to get an extra mushroom. Really does not have any consequence for a speedrunner, because there's also, like, multiple capes in this level, but whatever. It's fine. Y equals 0 all the way on the west side of the graph. I feel like there's a reference I should know. There we go. I feel like every single time I get that good flight, I, like, mess up this flight. And then I don't save any time in that split. Cool. Watch this. Ooh, okay. There we go. No yump, though. Come on, what's up with that? That's a lot of time saving the split. I think I just didn't get the flight. Even then, I don't think that's 4 seconds. Must have had some... As the Twitch chat says, Papega. In that second to last room. Nice. Was that like the first time I actually did that well? Probably. Probably. Beautiful. Actually beautiful. Wonder if that spin's gonna have a bad effect here. I guess not. Hi, good luck from Brasilio. Thanks for the good luck. I do appreciate it. So far, this run's doing pretty well. Yo, thanks for the follow. I appreciate it. And thanks for the other follow. I do appreciate it. Yeah, I do one pump. If that's unsuccessful, we give up. That's our evolution of this strat. It's the worst version of the superhero, One Pump Man. That sounds like a parody porn of One Punch Man, but sure. Why is this so bad right now? Yep, of course. Well, we're not saving any of this time, because we have to get power-ups back. Good evening, Mr. Picante. Yo, good evening to you as well, James. Hope you're doing well. Alright, let's do this. I think this is faster than TSA. You are? Nice. A nice Dode emote. Wait, is that a Dode emote? When I think of a Barb emote, yeah. You got the same SNES as me. The One Chip 02? I'm not using my One Chip right now because, I mean, the One Chip 02 is really good. I'm not using my One Chip, though, because I had, like, a sound issue, and I want to fix it, but I'm too lazy, so I'm just using a backup SNES, so. Your picture's gonna even look better than mine, let's just say that. What happened? It just, like, stopped making, like, certain sounds just, like, stopped happening. Okay, there's your Dode emote. Like, it's weird, because it's not like, oh, it's coming out of the left and not the right. But, like, for example, the whistle sound wouldn't, like, the pew, like, sound that you just heard when I pressed start there, like, wouldn't work. And there were some, like, random other sounds that just wouldn't happen. You haven't played in a decade, so my video looks pretty good to me. I think it's just a broken capacitor, which I can fix. The systems get old. I just haven't felt like doing it yet. Sounds like a specific channel on the chip stopped working. Yeah, I might just have to get a new, it's the fancy paint job console. You were gonna say resistor? Maybe we'll replace the case. Get a new one-chip system. Yo, red block thing. I never get it in practice. Get a decent amount here. I mean, even if we're not using a one-chip right now, we're still using, like, an OSSC SCART to HDMI. Like, it's pretty much the best it could look. Except for that specific thing. So I'm aware that strat is unconventional, but it works for me. Oh, after how much these things cost, it better. But I do really appreciate it. There's no water left. I keep trying to sip. Yeah, the difference between a one chip and a non-one chip, like 95% of people probably wouldn't be able to tell. But James, you were part of the elite. You're pretty new to it? Well, if you know what a one-chip 02 is, then you're not You're already better off than most of the population here. A nice Dan G emote. Speaking of nice. We're big Dan G fans over here. You've been researching it a ton? Yo, shout out to, what is it, retrorgb.com? Exactly, yeah. I spent a lot of time there in my youth. I'm still in my youth, so at least I think. You have a big background in electronics, so you like the nerdy talk? Yeah, I'm a big fan of, like, upscaling talk as well. I mean, you're literally James Scardo. You gotta be into RGB with that name. I don't know if the dolphin is still here. But if you are, shoutouts to you, Dolphin. It's your level, dude. Alright, we got a little bit of a resin sleeper here. I'll admit that. Oh, wait, no. Well, this one's not. Reznor, please be kind. I feel like we always get absolutely screwed by Reznor. Thought it was Butterbridge already, though. It's like the most boring part of the game, I just realized. From at least a speedrun perspective, I like the dolphins. The dolphins are pretty chill. Yeah, I've been like doing that without waiting the past couple times, and I don't know why I'm playing it so reckless. I haven't been punished for it, but it just does not seem like a good idea. I got terrified. Sure. I hate Reznor so much. Nothing against Resi. Resi's cool. It's when you add the Nor to the Resi. Reznor? Like Trent Reznor? Jesus, that was a little... I went a little too in on the flying there. And why are those dragon coins so close together? Alright, I think we have enough lives. I missed one, though. I guess I missed two, because that one that fell in the abyss, I probably could have gotten. Missed one, run invalid? Yeah, pretty much. Probably should reset. How many levels have I gotten all the dragon coins in, though? That's pretty sick. I guess it's... I'm talking a little early here. Oh, no. I don't know what to do now. I do know what to do. Lunar Dragon Run? That was really bad. I've never done that before. I didn't even know I could do that. Mistakes were made. We could get a cape in the next level, though, but we lose a lot of time due to the fact that we don't get fire. That really actually sucks. Yeah, so we're probably losing our entire lead here. No big deal. All because I made a mistake in fucking Butterbridge 1. Yikes. It's much more important we have cape here, though. I'll say that much. And I guess we'll get that. Sick, dude. Okay, that's bad. So we are ahead, but we're not going to be ahead in the next level. Oh, I guess we have 8 seconds of time save, maybe. One day we'll do a Lunar Dragon run. One day. And by one day, I mean like 30 years from now. So we gotta get that roulette box. Roulette box? That's fire, though, right? We probably want that. And this is definitely gonna be slow AF, I'll say that much. Also, risky to eat these guys. I mean, again, we're losing a shit ton of time here. But it's recoverable. We're in recovery. It's gonna really suck if we don't get clips, but... See, that wasn't even me. We had the good setup. We'll take second try. Okay, we'd never go back if that happens. We just lose like 10 seconds. It's no big deal. I actually have no idea how much time that specifically loses, but I know it loses a lot more to clip back in, so fuck it. From -20 to +20. The Picante story. See, now we got a PB because we have time save in clips. And that's the most important thing in your speedrun, not having first try clips for every single clip. I guess I will get this. I mean, incredibly slow, but... Actually, was that worth it? Did that waste more than 5 seconds? Because that's what it would save, right? Well, whatever. Live and learn, like Sonic. Yeah, about 5 seconds. It was neutral. Why do I always spin jump there? I literally should be cape flying. Bad mistakes were made. Okay. All lessons were learned. Alright. Uh-oh. Thank fuck. Oh my god. Yo, Big C, thank you so much for the 500 bits. I do really appreciate it. You didn't have to do that, but you did it anyway. How's it hanging, bro? It's hanging pretty well. We're doing a run, and it's actually going somewhere. Unfortunately, it's kind of hanging on its last legs here, but we're going to try to finish a run. I want to have Derust out of my title. But how are things hanging with you, man? At Picante, how are you? How dare you? First of all, Jimmy. Alright, the big secret to PBing is not doing the same level over and over again. So we're not going to do FOI 3 regular exit 2 times. That was painful. Yeah, but thank you so much, Big C. Did I ask how streaming was yet? Because how is streaming? Alright, we're gonna try to save some time here. Why are the animations so goddamn slow? That was actually close to getting hit. I went really late on one. Alright, sick. Yeah, we're not gonna gold, it looks like. I feel like that gold is wrong, but whatever. Or not. Oh my god. Dode, thank you so much for the massive raid. I do really appreciate it. Dode, how have you been? Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ. That is a lot of emotes. Oh, okay. No big deal, just slightly distracted is all. You're good, thanks. Have fun with 96. Oh, I'm trying my best here. We did get first try clips. Well, I guess first and second try clips, but it was a left clip. So it was barely second try clips. Oh my god. Thank you so much, DC, for the 27 months. I do really appreciate it. God damn it. Losing time on this one. And thank you so much for the raid. Dode, that is kinda insane. And I'm glad you're doing well. That is definitely the Dode mob, I'll say that much. Yeah, thank you for the 27 months of Tier 2, DC, and not just Tier 1. What have you been up to recently, Dode? Baba is you, from what I've seen. Yo, how you doing, Skullmeat? We're just glad I'm not playing Fall Guys. Yes, I'm Grand Pooh Bear. Nice joke. It's never been made before. Just walked in the door from work. Well, apparently when you show up, good things happen. I'm gonna blame this all on you, Skullmeat. Alright, let's have a nice Reznor for us, you know? Fuck. I guess that's kind of fine. Okay, maybe it's not, because I'm not normally in this situation. Okay. Oh, no! Okay, that's actually really bad. I kind of got to complete a run. Little Baba, Little Among Us, Ghouls and Ghosts, Dark Souls, and Not Fall Guys. Not Fall Guys is a pretty good game. Yeah, I'm sorry, I'm not PG. I try my best, DC. That was handled extremely poorly. We could have definitely saved that. I don't even know what to do. I'm just getting this. Oh my god. Dode, thank you so much for the Twitch Prime. I do really appreciate it. Back in action with that Founder's Badge. Enjoy the pickle. Enjoy the potato. Enjoy the pepper. Enjoy the weirdly a lot of food-based emotes. I do really appreciate it, though. 20 months is kind of forever. So, that's why we're making this run longer, to commemorate the Dode raid. You just fried up a ton of peppers today. What are you making? Yes, that potato. It's a pretty good one. No idea yet, but you put them on everything? That's fair. Whenever people talk about cooking with peppers, I have like this extremely strong urge to eat jalapeno poppers, which I don't have near me. If I had jalapeno poppers right now, there'd be like 30 in my mouth. Now I really want jalapeno poppers. Hey, look at the garden of emotes, neither or. Hey, speaking of pickle, we were talking a little bit on the Discord, but like there's pickled watermelon. Apparently that's a thing that people sell. What's up with that? I'm kind of intrigued to try it. Nope. Okay. Solid. Don't think the potato should get center stage. Skullmeat. Yeah, this one went from bad to really bad very quickly, but I'm sure I could have had a more efficient backup strategy for that cape. Pickled watermelon, Mocha S. There's a hype train? I didn't even notice. Choo choo, I guess. I earned a hype train emote. This may be something known, but why Japanese SMW? It is 20 seconds faster for 96 than its American counterpart. Basically, whenever the screen comes up and asks you to save, it's faster on the Japanese version, and the waiting times between like P-switch areas is like 2 seconds faster on each P-switch. 2 or 3, I forget which one. Hype Frog. Which one did I even get? Oh, I got Hype Frog. Nice. 8 seconds total from save boxes, 12 from an extra 3 seconds in each Switch Palace, yeah. Technically, the US version is, like, easier on all fronts. Like, there's extra power-ups and stuff like that, but it shouldn't affect a high-level speedrunner like myself who's able to get a 131 PB, wow. No, the only one that even comes close... Oh, God. Yeah, we did not get it. It's fine. The only one that even comes close to being, usable is Freedom Cape in Vanilla Dome 1, but that's a pretty rare circumstance. That's so weird. So a lot of games have version differences like that. Like, generally, Japanese versions tend to load quicker, and they have more glitches because they are the first to release. When it comes to, retro games. Now everything's kind of released at the same time. Even then, wasn't, like, Monster Hunter released early on Switch in Japan? Whoa, whoa, whoa. That was a little low, dude. What am I doing? Okay, okay, you know what? We're chilling. Yeah, we did actually practice endgame today, so maybe we'll not get completely wrecked. We can still PB, I guess. I'd be pretty surprised, but it's possible. We also have massive opportunity to gold on Bowser, but I have a feeling that since we haven't done Bowser in forever, it's not going to happen. When did it even mention selling out, okay? Talked to a man who didn't even know there was a hype train in his own channel. I didn't hype up the hype train. Yeah, we went a little late there. I think we have a lot of room for gold in this split. But we also have room for disaster because we only have one power-up. Well, we are so unbelievably screwed. Maybe not. That could have been a lot worse, honestly. I still think we could massively gold with this split here. Yeah, the special worlds are considered exits. 96 exit is every single exit in the game. I'm so... My cape pumps! Well, y'all get to see a new run of the game. That was awkward. Blah, starting to fall asleep, time for bed, night-night. Cape pumps, not K-pumps. It's not like a K-cup here. Have a good night, Serena. I'm sorry I couldn't close out the run for you. I feel like it's all too common. Make a stupid mistake in Chocolate Island. Also, I totally just lost time in 1-1. 1-1. Why I too? But still. Pop-Tarts? What Pop-Tarts are you having? You don't understand how disposable K-Cups haven't been banned by intergalactic law yet? I don't drink coffee, so I have, like, I guess they seem pretty bad, right? But I don't spend my, I don't think about K-Cups that much. Brown sugar and cinnamon, that's the classic. One of the more underrated flavors. I think my favorite Pop-Tart is the, like, Oreo sticks. I'm not sure if those still exist. Like, the Pop-Tarts that are individually, like, 4 sticks, each with Oreo. Not really a healthy breakfast, though. Of course, same goes for water bottles. Am I getting called out here? I should have got water, by the way. I think the answer is yes, and I should drink less water bottles. And there was a time where I drank none, but I think I'm lashing out. My family never had water bottles growing up, and now that I'm an adult. You did not notice my water bottle, but yes, we'll call it out. I do generally refill these. We have like a water, like I open it and then I refill it a couple times and then I recycle it, but I could be better. I could refill a glass too. I don't actually have any glass in my house. It's just, I have no silverware, no plates, no glass. I live in a shack. No, this is very obviously a dumb meme. IKEA's glasses, I realize that. I could be a better person, Fango. And one day I'll get there. Until then, you are allowed to call me out. Tastes better from bottle? I mean, put a Brita filter on that tap and you got some... I mean, some people just have bad tap water. I think that's also part of it. I lived in China for a while where you're taught not to drink the tap water. And then, like, when I came back from China, I lived in Pittsburgh for a while, and then, like, a report's like, oh, yeah, by the way, the Pittsburgh tap water you've been drinking for the past couple years, don't drink, it's got lead in it. It's like, great. So now, if it comes out the sink, I'm a little weary. You're a fan of callouts? Even if you just refill from tap, your opinion, it tastes better? Yeah, that sweet, sweet plastic taste. You're probably just weird. I kind of get what you're saying, but at the same time, like, it's probably placebo. I got this thing. It's pretty cool. It blows air. I used it to get dust off my lens. I'm just staring at it. It looks like a rocket ship. Delicious BPA, yeah. You get that? You lived in Flint during the water crisis? Yeah, Pittsburgh I don't think is as bad as Flint. Otherwise, it would probably be in the news because there's a lot of people in Pittsburgh. But, like, it's just... it's stuff like that that makes me mistrust public water. But, like, there's so much, like... There's some pretty shitty things in bottled water, too, right? Yeah, bottled water doesn't get tested nearly as much as public water does. Yeah, what was that thing? Like, Fiji had an ad campaign that, like, better water than from Cleveland. And then, like, the Cleveland City Council tested their water against Fiji water and found that it was, like, much cleaner. Or something like that. And I haven't mentioned it yet, but thank you all for the follows and subs and hosts and raids. This is a pretty awesome stream here. I'll say that much. Yeah, wrecked. Imagine Fiji getting wrecked by Cleveland. You don't have to. We can go check for recent public water tests in an area anytime. You can't do that for bottled water. What if I just get, like, one of those... Like, I have pH testing strips. I don't think that's good enough, though. Your pH is not end-all be-all of water. I mean, if your water is a pH of 13, you probably shouldn't drink it, but... I don't mind my alkaline water. pH 9.5. Yeah, you probably shouldn't have it if it's 1 either. I do have a Brita filter. I have all these things that I'm supposed to use to make myself a better person in Fango. I'm a piece of shit, and I apologize. And now to visit the Church of Alcoholism and music that is far too loud. What are you blasting today? If I could recommend something, Skullmeat, Blast Burn by Blackie. Esteemed DJ of the Babani rhythm game series. That song is dope, and now it's in my head. Bottled water is so expensive, too. You used to do that in your 20s, but no more. Well, okay, it's one thing to get, like, Fiji water versus Deer Park. You were digging that Homieland Volume 2 stuff? I've been super into Detroit techno right now. So what, like Drexciya or whatever? Detroit sounds make more sense now. I don't think Jensen Interceptor is inherently... What the hell did I do, by the way? Okay, you know what? We're gonna actually get some water. In the meantime, we're gonna just eradicate Goombalas. That's what they're called, right? Drexciya, hell yes, yes. I don't think Jensen Interceptor is Detroit techno entirely, but that would make sense if you know who Drexciya is. Like, yeah, heavily influenced. That song that I linked was heavily influenced by Detroit techno. All right, we're gonna be right back. I'm gonna get some water, and then I'll be back in like 1 minute. Okay, we'll leave you on this music here. I'm gonna refill the bottle. That wasn't that long, right? Also, I realized I was talking with my mic muted because I'm an idiot. I just refilled the bottle. You don't need a glass. I have, like, a lot of glasses. I wasn't... Of course I have glasses, okay? If you ever get a chance, check out Deflux Flux in Detroit, bangin' music. Well, I got a Discord, and there's a music channel in the Discord. If only someone could post that. Who has a water bottle emote? Nick Nocturnal. Could have been faster if I bought that water fountain. Yeah, I would. So, you know those, like, counting water fountains that you see at, like, schools? You could buy them on Amazon for, like, $1,500 or something. That'd be a terrible purchase. But imagine the meme. Getty by Nightfall is a banger. Yo, have you heard Blast Burn, Skullmeat? That's a bang. Well, you're, like, into, like, hardcore stuff, like speedcore. Holy crap, you just saw my CFAX shirt? Oh, yeah, yeah. Big ups. It's one of two. I almost wore my other CFAX shirt. It's a club. You saw Death there and Destroyer there. Unfortunately, I don't think I'm going to any clubs anytime soon. I did see CFAX once in a club. That was cool. That was not in the US. Yes, hardcore good. Yeah. Generally, Vimani music doesn't go into the hardcore elements, you know? Proby's Poker is literally my favorite song ever. You're talking about the vinyl version, right? The 9-minute song? I generally consider that to be my favorite song ever. And I'm not even joking. I have it on vinyl. The what is it? World Dissolver EP? We're basically the same person, Polymano. Any particular reason to skip the midways? Yes. So the issue is... there's a certain jump that is easier small in Iggy. Like, you're gonna see it right here. It's incredible. Pleased to meet me? Yeah, pretty much. That one. I could technically duck, but it just makes this beginning section easier, and getting checkpoints doesn't save any time. Yo, thanks for the follow. I appreciate it. So I like T-Paz. For those who don't know, I'm heavily involved. Well, not really anymore. I used to be heavily involved in the Groove scene. In the Groove is it's a fork of Stepmania. Just imagine DDR with custom songs. I stepped a couple T-Pazolite songs. I was a step artist. If you know In the Groove and you know the guy with 2 @ signs, made the pack Cranked Pastry, that's me. Most people have no idea what that means, and they're like, okay, that was meaningless. What even is the meaningless gibberish to me? But yes. T-Pazolite's okay. I feel like it doesn't matter if you're like super into rhythm games. A lot of the rhythm games players just like the same music. Oh snap, we get rated? Are you? That's so insulting, PJ. So insulting. You don't think I could get this many people on my own? No, Dode rated me. Dode's awesome. I did Cranked Pastry, nice. Also, you hate me? Thanks. Yeah, I'm the 2 @ signs guy. A tat. I did a couple other packs, but not spontaneously. Psh. PJ, you must not believe in the gameplay, okay? People saw that I was like 30 seconds behind in Force of Illusion and said, everyone get in here, you know? T-Pazolite and Getty Twisted Drop Party. My favorite T-Pazolite song is Cheat Reel, but I don't know, I'm a little biased on that one, because I stepped it. T-Pazolite's okay. I think there are better, I guess J-Core artists. They're J-Core, right? Hong Kong Tea Soda. I do not know that song. No, PJ. I'm just messing. Cool. I guess we're not getting hit this time. Cool. I guess we're getting hit this time. Wait. So... Wait, okay. Let me read that question in this intro here. So wait, is this custom ITG stuff, or was this stuff that was in the game? This was definitely not stuff in the game. In the Groove, as a platform, had 2 official packs. Each, like, I think there's like 150 total songs. They all sound terrible. If you're looking for custom Stepmania songs, because that's really what In the Groove is. If you could get a home pad and play Stepmania, but really, you're probably just You're probably just gonna play Stepmania on the keyboard if you're getting into it. Go to stepmaniaonline.net. It's a pack searching database. You could search by song title, artist title, pack name, stuff like that. Not gonna just because a song is Step doesn't mean it's guaranteed high quality, but better than nothing most of the time. You thought there were 3? Still doesn't change the point though. In the Groove 3 was never actually released. It's like one of those things, it's kind of like Star Fox 2, right? There was never an official In the Groove 3 release because they got sued by Konami for making upgrade cabinets. So I think it was one of those, it was completed but never actually... Like In the Groove 3, like they have a theme and everything. Is the long-term goal... back to all 5 hundo? Yes. And it was supposed to actually start this month, but then I got into GDQ. And that kind of... Whenever you get into GDQ, it kind of messes with your plans, you know? That's fair. That's fair, Silver Fox Flame. It's pretty discernible, especially in music selection to In the Groove 1 and 2, so... Kyle Ward in Shambles. I recently watched the High Score documentary, and it was either the first or second episode that talked about people making upgrade kits for like retro video games, like Missile Command, and then eventually like Miss Pac-Man. And I was like, I got a lot of similarities to the In the Groove DDR lawsuit situation because they got sued as well, but instead of getting everything obliterated, they just had to work for the people who were suing them. T-Pazlight's not your favorite either. Give you Lapix any day. I don't think I know that person. Kyle Ward in Shambles. I mean, you saw that Tokyo Attack news, right, PJ? I mean, I don't know why you would ever... Like, of course you have. Yo, thanks for the follows, everyone. I appreciate it. And no surprise was had. That's about as far as I'll go with that. I'm sure someone will take their place in conventions. Why am I... Okay. Why am I like this? Why do I get hit in Iggy's Castle? You're surprised that it took this long? Yeah, we're not going to get into reasons here. I mean, like, COVID is a massive reason, but for those who don't know, if you ever go to a convention and see, like, music games and other stuff there, that's Tokyo Attack. They unfortunately are no longer a thing. Well, okay. Let's not get into the unfortunately here. So that leaves a pretty big gap. People really liked arcade games at conventions. I'm sure someone will fill it, though. Like, I know people who rent out their machines for events all the time. Maybe they'll step up and have a bigger role. If conventions ever come back. Like, honestly, a lot of these conventions in the first place are like, a lot of these conventions just straight up can't afford not to have a year. There are plenty who will fill the void. MagFest was getting sourced by other Japanese music game vendors. I had no idea. I've never been to MagFest. I've heard good things about MagFest, but it always interfered with GDQ. "2021, the year the weebs went outside." Funny that you're mentioning that when it's conventions. These things require going outside to go to. Yeah, I don't see, like... The weebs are very social. They have mass gatherings. You don't see, I don't know, well-adjusted man-con. Man and woman. Man and everyone. Just... Well-adjusted human being con. There we go. That's a better name. Maybe I'll start it. Could have panels where everyone just like talks about the Dow and their 401k. That's like a 2-hour panel. Jesus Christ. You thought those were called sporting events? Have you like seen crazed fans in the stands? Those people may not be well adjusted. I can't say that they're not well adjusted. Depends on the con. I mean, that's true. But they had, I guess they didn't have, maybe their car was in an indoor garage and then they got out of their car in an indoor garage at the con. Maybe they did not actually go outside the entire time. Tennis matches and golf galleries, though. Have you seen Billy Madison? Those golf fans get pretty rowdy. That documentary, Billy Madison. See, gotta bring up horse racing now. I have no idea why that's such, apparently, like, oh, you brought up horse racing? That's unfair, but it is. It's not allowed. Yeah, what, so I've been to plenty of anime cons. I kind of stopped going to anime cons, though, because anime cons all feel the same no matter what the con is. And, I mean, like, you could talk about, like, the corporatization of everything, but it seems like cons are more and more just, like, just pay $100 to buy shitty products that I could find on Amazon. I mean, the artist alleys are pretty cool, but even then, like, a lot of the art, it all affects me the same way. I don't really find anything interesting in the artist alleys anymore. But if we're talking about favorite cons, I think my favorite con setup is Katsucon, just because I really like that, that's at the Gaylord, right? The one in fucking National Harbor, Maryland, right? You can walk 6 blocks underground because of subway terminals. Helps with snow. That's pretty cool. If we're talking large-scale cons, I'm on Twitch, so maybe I shouldn't say this, but I think, like, as a con, TwitchCon is, like, the worst con. Like, when you think about, like, how much it costs. And, like, because I got to go to TwitchCon for free, but the con is multiple hundreds of dollars, and it closes at 6 p.m., and it's not open Sunday, right? Or maybe it's open Sunday for a tiny, tiny bit. But TwitchCon's cool because you get to see Twitch people, but... The real thing, if you want to see Twitch people, what you should do is you should see how much you would spend on going to TwitchCon, and then, like, have... Well, you can't do this anymore because of COVID, but just be like, hey, all my Twitch friends, massive European vacation. Katsucon is MagFest with the worst game room and less relevant dealer room. I mean, maybe I just like the setup of that hotel. I've never been to MagFest. Yeah, no, I realize that they're both at the Gaylord. The only reason I know that MagFest is at the Gaylord is because, like, there's a really old JonTron video where he mentions he's gonna be at the MagFest at the Gaylord. I'll just say it's a very memorable name. Wait, what did I think about? See, the reason why you need to go to a TwitchCon, though, if they ever exist, is because then how else are you going to flex the TwitchCon badge in people's chats? Oh, okay. Fair. Fair. Sometimes it's hard to see who people are talking to, you know? Twitch chat is a very difficult thing to navigate. Your love is basically 0, but a lot of your friends went, and the aforementioned Tokyo Attack would be there, yes. I definitely, I used to be super, I was like massive, I would like proudly call myself an otaku, things like that. I haven't watched a new anime in many, many, many years. But yeah, I would just go because people I knew were going. They still make anime? They're probably making more anime than ever, right? Like, Netflix announced the cancellation of previously renewed shows. Like, they renewed shows and then canceled them, which is a massive dick move to the fans, but, I mean, COVID's pretty unprecedented. In these trying, unprecedented times, but every single time I do that. One day I'll learn. Today is not that day. Yeah, this is a reset, right? Okay, yeah, it's a reset. But no, they said that they're going to have a massive shift on adult animation. That's what they're going to focus on for the time being. Because it's pretty much impossible or extremely costly to reshoot. Or not reshoot, shoot at all. A pouty PVM. So yeah, I want to know it falls under adult animation in more ways than one, actually. Anime. And that's going to get canceled once they can get actors back. But in the meantime, we're going to actually have new like, the thing about TV shows right now is that, like, sure, everyone is watching everything that they can right now. But we're gonna run out as a society of new stuff relatively soon. Things are not getting shot. So even if they could get actors back in the studio right now, there's still going to be delays in that, like, things take time to make. And they can't start right now. They could at least start with 3D animation. 3D animation? I didn't say 3D. Adult, like, Futurama-esque shows that are not as good as Futurama. Pouting over the reset, the PBM screen was supposed to signify the reset. I see. And now I know what that combo is going to mean. Where's the... Wait, actually, how much is the PVM emote? I actually have never seen Disenchantment, but I realize that probably sounds like a slight, right? That's like an extremely targeted slight. Yeah, for 10k you have the PVM. For 25k you need the BVM emote, okay? Or BVMs are the more expensive one, right? When I think of like adult animation on Netflix, I think of that like, it's like this show about a guy who travels to alternate universes. And, like, he has commentary. Oh, my God. Waffles, thank you so much for the raid. I appreciate it. How was your stream, Waffles? You have a short attention span, but you like what you saw from a couple episodes. I feel like there's just too much TV. And new Futurama show. I mean, I love Futurama, but, like, it's not... I know it's not Futurama, so... Tremendous. How are things here? Really tremendous. You might be able to tell. You might, with your detective skills, determine that we've gotten multiple raids today. One of which was a massive raid from Dode. But, most importantly, Waffles McGregor raided us right now. Now, I shouldn't pit raids against each other, but I do really appreciate your raid, and I don't want to take away from it. But what I'm trying to say is things are good here because there's a lot of generosity in the Mario community. Subject of my podcast and raider? Oh, yeah. Forgot about the Waffles McGregor hour. Or whatever I called it. Well, maybe Raider because of the other. Not so good at the speedrunning part? Okay, you know what? We're trying our best here. Eating Taco Bell. Watching Picante on a Sunday night. Good times. Speedrunning Mario. Reading Quoth the Raven __ Nevermore comments in Twitch chat. Good times. I closed 30 tickets at work and didn't have a single phone call. Life is good. Nice. Barb toxic indeed. Barb toxic indeed. The little turnback jump on the feather guy is so fun. Yes, I agree. Only surpassed by DP1 guy, but that trick is 1 frame, so I don't generally do it because it doesn't save that much time. I feel like I made that more risky than it needed to be. Okay, cool. Just stopping in the air. Sick. All right. Less sick. This is run 420. So we're gonna go blazing fast. Just how it is. You might not want to blink this run, because we're beating 96 exit in 1 hour and 2 minutes. We're gonna break the record by 19. Not 20, not quite there. Which Mario can you beat in 420? I guess SMB 3. This is for my Maple Story guild or... Yeah, exactly. Well, it wasn't grass. It was RAS with a G image. Because, like, in Maple Story, you could have your emblem for your guild be a letter, so... Dode rated and run 420. I mean, yes. That's life. No 361, though. Run 420, 69 is the opposite of 96 exit. Illuminati confirmed. There is a backwards Super Mario World hack. Is the 96 in that game a 69 run? Is an 11 exit run an 11 exit run? Actually, I think their 11 exit run is like less exits for some reason. Alright. So, there comes a point in every single stream where I have to indicate to the stream that it is indeed gamer time. And it is gamer time. Usually when I say it's gamer time, that means I've run out of things to say, and the runs are not going well. But no, it's gamer time. That's all you need to know. Fast. It's a pretty sick emote. We gotta blaze this run, but it's not gonna be in the lava here, okay? Picante with facial hair? Yo, how you doing, Doikus? It's been a while. Hope you're doing well. Yeah, we haven't shaved in a bit. I think I've been told I need to trim my beard by various parties. It has, my friend. Well, glad to see you over here. Looks good, though. I thought I would hate it more. But it's not terrible. Iggy taking a dive for the cause? That's sure. Oh, for some reason, I totally thought Under the Fast it was like an NES controller. But that is a car. Is that the Jensen Interceptor? We were just talking about that. Actually, I forgot what the Jensen Interceptor is. That's a real car, right? It's not just a music artist from now. Top Gear 2. That makes a lot of sense. This is no... Come on. It's 420. Don't be mean to me. Am I gonna get 3D All-Stars? Of course, dude. I pre-ordered it. Because apparently I don't understand. Pre-orders are bad. But no, Nintendo products, you could never be too safe. I got the physical edition, because I like physical editions. The thing is, I'm probably not going to speedrun it, Doikus. And by probably, I mean I'm definitely not going to. Even though I'm a Super Mario All-Stars speedrunner, and I run Super Mario All-Stars categories, there's just too many dimensions in 3D All-Stars. I'm just really excited to hear... not here. I'm really excited to play, Sunshine on not GameCube. That was... Can't wait till I'm running the All 8 category. I want to puke whenever someone says All 8. You're really excited they re-released Sunshine? Yeah, I feel like people just didn't... Like, I didn't realize that the GameCube was the worst-selling system of that console generation. I didn't even know that the Xbox original outsold the GameCube. That surprised me when I found that out. I mean, I found that out years ago, but still, I didn't realize that until maybe like 2015. So I'm happy people are going to have the opportunity. Yo, thanks for the follow. Appreciate it. Yo, we surpassed 15/16 to 4K followers. 3750. That's a very insignificant fraction. But shoutouts to 15/16 of our non-existent follower goal. You never really played Sunshine? Well, now you're gonna be able to. I'm not sure if you're getting it, actually, DC will. I know you like Mario Maker, so you definitely have a Switch. The thing about Sunshine is that it's a fun any % game, but it's probably the hardest, or at least most tedious, 100% game, if you play it the intended way and casually. You never did Galaxy? Was it any good? Galaxy is an amazing game. Like, absolutely amazing. Nice, DC. How do the controls work in Galaxy? Like, you're not using a Wiimote, are you? Like, are there motion control? I mean, I know the Joy-Cons have motion controls, but how is it working? Can you control Mario, like, with, like, normal controller stuff? Because that'd be dope. Like, I could probably play the game in handheld mode, right? They changed it, but you don't know how it's gonna work? Well, I know that, like, you don't need a Wiimote to, like, play two-player casual stuff, you know? Like, the person that just collects the star bits. It'll probably be like Odyssey. Okay, I mean, I'm excited for that. Because the worst part about all these acclaimed Wii games is the fact that you have to use a Wii. Like, I hate motion controls. I understand it was revolutionary for the time, but motion controls, they have not aged well. And by that, I just mean, meh. I don't feel like moving. Like, I'm actually sad that Odyssey has motion controls. But I guess they're not necessary to beat the game. The rumor is they didn't want to port Galaxy 2's obnoxious motion controls, and that's why it's not in the pack. I honestly, I've only played very little of Galaxy 2. I've obviously seen the whole game. I don't know why that'd be obvious, but as someone who enjoys speedruns, I've seen the speedrun of that. 360 Chrism is one of my favorite speedrun streamers. But I thought they're just gonna sell it at a later date for extra money. It really is too bad Galaxy 2 isn't a part of it. I would not be surprised. I give it a 50-50 that they sell it. That is not where we split. At a later date. Playing dance pad games is the ultimate proof I hate motion controls? Yes. Sure. The thing about dance games, like ITG, is you want to minimize movement, so you just look like you're vibrating on the pads at the top level. What extra... I mean, I guess, like, it took advantage of what was it called? Like, Motion Plus or whatever? What was exactly on Galaxy 2 that was, like, extra hard to port, I guess? To pre-order or not to pre-order, that is the question. What, for 3D All-Stars? Are you a physical or digital disc user, Doikus? Because if you like digital, the game is going to be digitally released for the next 6 months. You have time. There might be scarcity issues with the physical edition, but even then, probably not. Like, Nintendo generally doesn't have issues of scarcity of cartridges. This is a limited release, so maybe it's slightly different, but... You have both. Well, if you're not super sold on 3D All-Stars, if that's what you're talking about pre-ordering or not pre-ordering, I would wait. And if, like, there's always digital. You could still buy the game in the next 6 months, right? The motion controls are pretty light in Galaxy 1, but they're literally everywhere in Galaxy 2. Every level and every soup has a power-up that's unique to motion controls. What are some Galaxy 2 unique power-ups? Is the bee suit in both? I forget. I try to forget the bee suit as much as possible. You didn't know the meta for dance games until saw Milk playing on dance pad? Yeah, it's you basically don't move, despite the fact that you're supposed to move in the game. Like, I actually am curious how these are going to get reviewed. I wouldn't be surprised if they actually kind of do bad. And not bad in sales. These are going to print like hotcakes, but I could see the 3D All-Stars collection getting like 6s and 7s out of 10s. Because it looks like they're putting in the absolute bare minimum. So it's one of those situations where, like, yeah, these games are great, but this package is terrible. Like, you look at how much they like, put effort into the Crash Insane trilogy. Like, this pales in comparison. The B is in both, I see. Hard to remember, you haven't played in 2 years? The only power-ups I remember specifically from Galaxy, or I don't know which Galaxy they're in, but there's the B power-up, and then there's the Spring power-up. What were the good power-ups in that game? I guess there's like a ghost power-up. Spring is in both, too? Like, this one where you turn into a boo, right? There's some cloud power up too. I'm not sure about. Oh, like you make clouds? I think I know what you're talking about. Okay, okay. Just losing some time, no big deal. Okay. Sure. Yikes. The cloud was your favorite? Yeah, I'm sure I could make a tier list of power-ups. Oops. Oh, that worked. Okay. I'm sure I could make a tier list of power-ups if I had every single one listed in front of me, but there are too many. It's actually not a bad idea. One day I'll make a tier list of Mario power-ups. Okay. Oh my god. This is not the hard part of the level. Okay. We did it. Okay, we're not going for Blarg Skip. There was a drill that was introduced in Galaxy 2 you thought was kind of silly. I think I know what you're talking about. Like you drilled through planets and went on the other side or something like that. Why do I feel like that was like done for a boss, like a gopher boss or something like that? Yeah, that's the one. I see. And then the propeller hat is a new Super Mario Bros. Item, right? That's not in, whatever it's called. Galaxy. I don't know. I gotta see a list of every single power-up. You like 3D World more than Galaxies? Can't wait for that to come out. I genuinely feel like the game got a bad rep because it was on the Wii U. Like I see people who say, like, oh, 3D World, it's not the best Mario. It's good, it's a Mario game, but, like, there's some games where are way better. I'm like, I don't think these people have played it, because it's really, really, really fun. Like, sure, it has some wonky camera issues, but I think it's one of the best produced. Like, it's just so polished. And who's that, like, dinosaur that you ride down that one level? I love those levels. So yeah, I feel like there's gonna be complete, like, reversal in what people, like, people are gonna consider 3D World one of the best, if not the best 3D Mario World game. I mean, maybe not the best. 64 is always gonna be the greatest game ever made, in my opinion. Oh my god, we are losing some time here. This is not good. Okay, you know what? That's a reset. Right? What 3D Mario World game does not have camera issues? I guess Odyssey, right? Does Odyssey have camera issues? I don't even remember. And maybe not the best 3D Mario World game. That's kind of good competition, but I bet it's gonna be in a lot of people's top 3. That didn't even like have it on their radar before. Odyssey has lag issues in the city, but is that a camera issue? Odyssey's camera is pretty clean, yeah. You like Galaxy so much, can't wait to play it again. Yeah, it's gonna be really good. I still think that I'm guessing that the Metacritic score for the Super Mario 3D World Collection is gonna be in between 70 and 80. I don't think it's gonna be like critically acclaimed because they're doing the absolute bare minimum. Put the game down is past my bedtime. I think whatever run gets past 10:30 is probably gonna be my last one, Fred. Does SMW have any lag? Definitely. When there's a lot of chucks on screen, there's noticeable lag. You would like a texture update for Mario 64? So there's a lot of new people here because of Dode's raid and Waffle's raid. Okay. And Pink's raid. But the main thing I do, actually, is Super Mario All-Stars runs. So my main game is actually Super Mario Bros. The Lost Levels. I have over 1,000 hours of speedrunning that. Warpless D4, that's the 100% category. But I do every single game on Super Mario All-Stars. And then I also run Super Mario All-Stars in general, like multi-game runs. Those chucks are such bad news. Yeah, I mean, a lot of the glitches in this game are because of chucks as well. Chuck-eating glitches. Yeah, both of those commands are good. I should probably alter that GDQ command, huh? Yeah, rip to the 420 run. I'm sorry. We tried. Oh, but that was the preamble. What I'm trying to say is, like, I am obviously more inclined to, like, put my heart, my soul into a new All-Stars. Like, I'm excited for it, even though I'm not going to speedrun it because it's too many dimensions. Like, All-Stars is my favorite game on the Super Nintendo, and I'm super happy that there's a new one. But the thing about All-Stars that makes it great is, like, partly because of the upgrades. Like, the graphics and sound in Super Mario All-Stars is beautiful, and I understand that you can't have that much more noticeable of a graphical upgrade from 8 to 16-bit versus, like, now. But still, like, if they wanted to include the originals for integrity because they're, like, such classic games, it would still be cool if there was, like, a Super Mario 64, like, upgraded mode versus normal mode, and you could, like, toggle between them, etc. Where do I rank SMW? SMW is the first game I ever played, and it used to be my favorite game of all time. I kind of actually, so the thing people don't tell you about speedrunning that you should know before you start speedrunning is a game might be ruined casually once you start speedrunning. I didn't really realize that, but the more I played SMW, I can't play this game anymore and really have fun with it. I could only see it in a speedrunning context. So, it's been demoted. But yeah, 3D All-Stars, like didn't the Crash remake and Spyro remake had upgraded graphics as well, right? You never liked SMW as a kid, and ever SMB3 was the shit? I was kind of the opposite, but now I like SMB3 a lot, and I don't really, like, SMW is pretty decent, but it's not, like, my favorite game ever, you know? Even if I play ROM hacks, I mean, the SMW ROM hacks I wouldn't consider, like, I don't classify ability to ROM hack and ability to make good ROM hacks as, like, part of the, like, that doesn't go into my ranking system here, right? I'm talking about vanilla games, but there's a lot of cool SMW ROM hacks. I had Fast Fly and I ruined it. Like, my favorite, like, not my favorite, but I've played through Jump and Jump Half and the other Jump Team hack, Mice, like, 100%, and those took a while, and those are really good. Probably because SMB3 was your first game. Yeah, you're going to be very biased towards your literal first video game. Raw input. I'm actually curious what your first video game ever was, if you remember. After listening for a few hours, after just listening for a few hours, you come back and that viewer count is looking thick. Yeah, we got some massive raids. And by some, I mean we got a massive raid from Dode. But other people helped. We got a couple other raids from Waffles and Pink. Did I hit that fish with a shell on purpose? No. There's like this weird shell P-switch exchange you're supposed to. And what I did, like, so I'm pretty sure what happened is it was before they hit the P-switch, which means I got a frame rule. There are frame rules in this game, but they're like 2 frames or something like that, and it just determines whether or not you lose an item when you like hit it with a shell or things like that. It's pretty mundane compared to like SMB1. Sick. We did it. We did that, though. Uncool, man. Still got a 262 somehow. I guess we had fast fly. So we want to go a little lower here. But not too low. Not too low to hit a Goombala. Because that's what they call them in this game. We're very technically correct, okay? I feel like the answer to everyone's first video game is always boring. It's like, oh, I played Mario. It's like, oh, which Mario? It's like, oh, SMW. Like, I feel like I know so many people whose first games are SMW. We didn't even go low enough. We almost ruined it again. Yo, thanks for the follow. I appreciate it. Ratchet and Clank 1. Alright, that's interesting. I have never played a Ratchet and Clank game. If you're interested in Ratchet and Clank speedruns, you should probably follow Zem. Zem92, or does he go by a different name on Twitch now? NES Mario Brothers, $107 after tax for the system after months of saving your allowance. Zem is cool, yeah. Zem and I share the same alma mater, so... Gotta support my fellow Tartans. Opera singer, can't believe it. Yeah, he's pretty cool. God damn it. That was almost bad. He is of the Carnegie Melonius tradition. First game equals Gyromite. Alright, that's a cool one. I feel like Gyromite is probably a lot of people's first game. Because, like, that's the reason why we have the NES. Or had the NES in the US, you know? Alright, so this is probably the last run, guys. It's getting late for me. Trying to remember if you had a Game Boy Pocket before you started school or not. I definitely remember having a Game Boy. So I remember playing the shit out of Silver. The thing is, I got a Game Boy and I went immediately to Silver. So it was a Game Boy Color. I never played Pokemon Red or Green. Red or green? Red or blue? Okay. Well, I guess that's it. Never say last run, guys, because that's how it's going to end. I do really appreciate everyone stopping by, and I appreciate the generosity. So if you like the channel, please drop a follow. We are live Sunday to Thursday. In the meantime, let's go raid someone. Who are we going to raid? Who are we going to raid? So, I think it would be a good idea to raid... Huh. I'm gonna raid Asmo. Just because I don't see anyone, like, that's doing anything crazy, or people I haven't already raided. So if you enjoy Hearthstone, we got a Hearthstone streamer in the house. Keep being awesome, Picante. See you sooner. Hope to see you sooner than you have been. Well, hopefully see you all tomorrow. That's right. Mandatory homework. Watch the stream tomorrow. See you all.